It makes way more sense. That's why I asked. And we're live in the pre-party.
Feel like I'm forgetting something, but I think we're good.
Chat's going crazy, boys.
One
Oh,
person.
I just got the notification.
Yeah, there's nobody on.
Turn off.
What the hell? Where's my goddamn chat window? Sign in the chat, open web browser. Let's go.
Let's see.
All right, let's see if we get some sounds going.
Young room.
That's really loud.
Yeah, we're cranking it in 2020.
We can
turn the back that down for you a little bit.
Oh, we can turn it down? Josh has been telling me we're cranking it in 2020 for like
a
year
plus.
plus.
No, we're committed. We're committed.
Since the middle of 2019.
What is that? That says, is there a number there? One. Okay.
Okay, here we go.
We'll go with this.
Go on Instagram, which is now a fucking disaster. I'm going to post that.
How does that sound? Is that better?
Yeah, that's
Okay.
good. Can you hear me like right here? Closer?
Yeah, closer.
Revival Motoring going live on YouTube /Revival Motoring right now. Broke Status Boys. Corey, Scott, Young Josh, Young Ben, and your boy.
Derek, can you give me some vocals, please?
Hello.
Okay.
Good?
Kinder in the chat room.
Yeah.
Holla.
Yeah, we should be good. I'm just being very nitpicky. There's a little ambient noise that comes through going from this mixer into that mixer. That's it, because this only has 4 inputs. So that's how we get 3
You're
mics going.
your breath. I have no idea what
It just is a little thing that I can hear every now and again, and I'm like, fuck. And I want to get rid of it, but I just should not.
It's probably
I should just leave it. I should just leave it.
Tony says his child makes rap horn noises because of me. God bless that
Wait,
child.
Tony has a child?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my God. And you're live.
Oh. You're a great dad, man. Great dad.
Ransom's here. PD, old PD Bad Decisions. Kinder's in the room.
Chief.
Isgro in the room.
Bearded Pete.
Talking that Joshy looks uncomfortable. Wow.
Me?
Isgro coming at you hard immediately.
Can you guys hear me?
No, you got to be
You
on
gotta
that
be-
thing.
yeah.
On that
Yeah, no,
thing.
you're good.
Yeah, you can take it out.
Keep
Push
that
the
thing
thing
on
out.
you. There we go.
Yeah.
Rockstar.
It's like a really long news interview.
Hello, everybody.
I mean, if you could get real comfy and just kind of...
Yeah, that's what I tend to do with this thing.
I was, feet up on the bar here and don't.
Cardinal Creative in the house. Big shout. Ian K. What up?
let's see. All right, that's all that there.
Isgro. Isgro is going to be very active in this chat, I have a feeling.
I was going to say, this is one he wants to tune into,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Yeah.
Paul said he's going to mess with us the entire time, and I really hope he follows through.
Oh, he already started, believe me. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I've been talking to Paul and Isgro all day.
I've been sending in...
We got a Rachel Pettit in the phone.
That's
In
right.
the room.
Hello.
Daddy and Derek from
Hey.
Connor.
Hey, Connor. Is that on YouTube or Twitch?
This is on YouTube.
YouTube. We
We
made the
we went to
switch.
YouTube because they're paying us more.
Twitch became way too political.
Twitch, I don't know what happened. Oh, I don't know.
We-
I do
we
Twitch
just-
because I don't take my music down until like an hour after I play it, so it's
Yeah,
great. But
yeah.
for this we had to upload to YouTube every time, and it was Josh would like sit in front of a computer and watch for 4 hours, upload us in 4K for a reason nobody understands.
No one needs to see that.
And that was that.
Right. So it's much easier just to record this live and then just click, add to this playlist, and we're done.
How do I
Yeah.
get to the live part?
Just go on YouTube and then go right to the Revival Motoring page, and there should be a little thing that says live. Should
We're
be a
live.
little,
Shout out to everyone in the chat room. We got a bunch of viewers. Young Ben in the background. Young Ben?
Yes.
Hey. You should be like the Scream from Wayne's World. Just screaming in the mic. In the Scream. Two must be studly as fuck. Oh, sorry, kids. There goes our... Damn it, there goes us getting monetized
no,
again.
Can't monetize this one.
Yeah.
Every time, man. Every time.
And I watched a video that says if you do it in the beginning, you're even more likely to get flagged and not monetized.
Yeah, we got...
But if you bury the swears deep, it's probably okay.
Oh, I bury it deep, all right.
What are they? Doubtful.
We're
Doubtful, yeah, highly doubtful.
So what do they only run the scanner over like the first half hour? Or
yeah,
something?
apparently they get so much to do at YouTube. It's like, yeah, we'll give it 30 seconds. All right, we're good.
Yeah, Chuck's going to drop an F-bomb within the first 30 seconds for
Yeah,
sure.
yeah. I mean, generally it kind of happens naturally that way anyway. So
Yeah,
um,
just did.
Gentlemen, you good? You comfy?
Yeah,
Ready?
good.
Ready to settle in?
You want to party this up? What are you trying to do right now?
I think we're all ready. Young Ben, you got the shawarma order, right?
Yeah, I do.
Young Ben, when you placing that? I don't know if I can know, actually. We'll just tell you.
Yeah.
Young
Well,
Ben
as-
up in the background.
Young Ben, once we get to the questions, feel free.
All right.
Yeah, once we get to the question, I say as soon as we get the questions, you dip out.
Yeah.
You got my order?
Yeah.
American pickles?
Yeah.
No hot sauce?
No hots.
Young Ben still doesn't have headphones. He's never getting them.
Yeah, I know. It's not that bad anymore. I'm used to it by now.
There you go.
How long till Corey changes the meal pan from shawarma to Thai basil from Kinder?
Oh man, Thai basil.
Yeah?
Yeah. You
Thai
know what?
basil. Hot Thai basil?
Where's Thai basil?
Thai basil on Newport Ave in Pawtucket.
Yeah?
Oh,
yeah.
I passed that place.
Oh,
Yeah.
do
Right
you
near
feel some
Domino's?
favor? Yep.
What's
Yeah.
his specialty?
To me, chicken pad Thai.
Oh, yeah?
Oh my god, the pineapple fried chicken, fried rice.
You're
What?
speaking my language.
Yeah, now
here.
we're getting there.
Yeah,
Wow.
They have drunken noodles?
yeah. I think so.
I like the sound of this guy, Basil.
Yeah, this guy, he's a good guy. Good guy. That guy
Yeah.
Basil.
That guy gets it done.
Yeah.
Big shout out to Thai Basil.
Um,
Don't want to let anyone know about that.
even though we
Even though we...
ruined it.
No, we can cut
Keep
this
that
out.
alone.
Yeah,
I don't think
yeah.
anyone else in there lives around here besides Kinder.
It's
So
not that live. No, everybody in the room lives around here.
yeah.
No.
EK is a short 2.5 hour flight.
Hop right up here. Except for your boy Thai Basil.
Yeah. I don't even think Israel's not that close either. What's he, like an hour and change?
Worcester.
About
Yeah.
that.
Worcester kid. Is Derek's mic on?
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
He's pretty low.
Yeah, I can pump it up a bit.
Give me a little something.
What's funny is the way I found out about this place, Thai Basil, was for someone
right.
who lives in like an hour and a half away, and they drive down when they could. They would drive down and actually eat here. Like that would be like because it was so good. They liked it so much they would drive down from.
I just recently started to appreciate Thai food because they have a lot of vegetarian stuff.
Yeah,
This is fantastic.
yeah.
Except Thai food.
You didn't order this man chicken shawarma, did you?
No,
No.
I was gonna say don't fuck up like that. It's
No,
a
we
goddamn
got
guess.
we got
You
eggplant.
guys will all hate me. Every
Eggplant
inch of your
farm.
life,
what have we done?
yeah.
like mustard gas.
um,
Oh, it's
Yeah.
pronounced Basil. Jeff Basil. Pronounced Basil.
Dougie in the house
Hello, friends
and
from
his,
Dougie.
and his
Hey,
wonderful
Dougie.
haircut.
Hey, Dougie.
I think we can get going.
You want to get this party
Yeah,
started?
just remember, gentlemen, just
Don't cuss.
make love to those mics,
Yeah, really, you got to be up in there.
and that's all we get. I think.
All right, we don't need the Gumball 3000 sticker anymore.
Yeah, we can move that.
Shout the English Ben.
I was listening to the Gumball one. I actually saw the Gumball in 2003 in Arizona.
Yeah.
I was ripping down the highway to go hang out at the Scottsdale dealership. And they were all going to the Scottsdale dealership. And I was looking at Mark III VR, and there was Porsches and Lambos ripping by me. It was the coolest moment.
And you're like,
Yeah,
I'll run you for
yeah,
pigs.
yeah.
I think we're ready to go. Yeah,
Meet
yeah.
up show.
I think we're ready to go. Welcome, everybody. I'm Josh Garcia, and this is the Revival Motoring Podcast. As always, I'm joined by Chuck Who
Yo.
and Corey.si.
Hello, hello, hello.
Young Ben's in the stabbing cabin back in the corner there. He's got he's got our shawarma order ready to go. How you doing, young Ben?
Not bad.
You know, let's before we introduce our guests, let's get right to it. What color and why?
Yeah, what color Ben?
Green, and I don't have it. I couldn't think of it.
For
It's-
spring.
Ben, it's so far unacceptable that you have a
wait,
week.
Do you have news or callbacks? That's
I
right.
do have news.
Oh, it's good
You
news.
have
Alright.
news.
All
I
right.
have a callback.
You have some. It better be fucking
Yeah.
breaking news.
Also, we're asking Ben, for those of you listening, why the sign is green in the room today.
I was pretty excited to find out why.
And
Yeah.
I believe
Yeah.
it's because it was Arizona iced tea can.
It's a shame because last week
It was
nailed
fucking
it.
spectacular.
Nailed it.
Shit, there we go again.
That was it for the literally 47 seconds. In.
Oh man,
Doesn't he have a whole week to figure out what color?
A whole
He
week.
does.
it's a
Yes,
whole
he
week. Yeah,
does.
but if he's really busy cranking out news, you know,
Right.
you can't blame the man.
Cranking it in 2020.
cranking
And
it.
and ladies and gentlemen, there are some foreign voices in your ears at the moment that you may hear, and that is Derek and Josh from Broke Status or Club Broke Status.
Hello.
That is a real thing, and it's not this big parking lot meet that you may know. There's actually a lot more that's way fucking cooler behind it.
Way cooler.
And
Can we
we're
get a
gonna
hi
talk-
from each of you guys? Derek,
Hello.
Josh.
Hello, everybody.
There you go. Now you know who they is.
Thanks,
Yeah.
guys.
They hear.
Yeah.
Before we get going, this episode is brought to you by us. Visit revivalmotoring.com. Go over to our little podcast tab, click on that, and then go to whatever podcast player you subscribe to, whatever phone you choose to do your business on,
Your business. Mhm.
and subscribe. Subscribe to our podcast. Leave us a 5-star rating. Leave us a rating on there.
Maybe
Say
a
hello,
review even.
a little bit of a review. Do the same for the Talking Motorcycles podcast, and then check out our website and magazines in production
stuff.
now. So you'll have a new magazine soon too.
Josh, we got merch coming or what?
Yeah, a matter of fact, we have a old school shirt that should be coming.
Mhm.
We got some new stickers. We have literally like 4 designs of shirts that we're sitting on, but due to the current climate, if you will,
Mhm.
of the world, we
a little
kind
muggy out.
We kind of held back on
Yeah,
some
it's
stuff.
been hot today.
But I think now it's just time. In order for us to survive, we have to put it out there, and hopefully the stuff sells.
I think you dropped some fire on him.
Yeah,
Yeah, time to drop some fire
I
on 'em.
think we got some eagles involved. We got some ghosts involved.
Oh boy.
We got some gangsta out paraphernalia involved. So we have that stuff pretty much ready to go. So I don't know. Maybe next week while I'm on vacation, we'll
Yeah.
get it moving.
I,
tell
mean,
you
I
what,
believe in
We'll get
ghosts.
it
So
moving.
I love my octopus shirt. It's
Oh,
my favorite
yeah.
shirt
I
ever.
want that shirt. I missed that one.
the wolf one.
I got some. There's
Might have
some.
one.
We can. Yeah, we
One of
can.
the hottest wolves on the planet.
We can
Yeah.
swing. It's a fucking tiger.
Not a wolf. Not a wolf at all.
Get the wolf shirt.
Yeah.
I like it. We should have called it the wolf shirt.
The wolf shirt.
Just throw everybody off.
Strong wolf. Big
I
jaws.
think that's it. We can get right into our
If you'd like to leave a callback number, press 2.
callbacks, gentlemen.
Callbacks.
Who's got callbacks?
Young Ben.
One.
Young
Ben's got a
Ben,
Let's do it.
callback.
Get in that mic.
So, I've been trying. My parents wanted me to get my own insurance.
Oh my
Yeah.
god. Yeah, no fucking way.
Yeah.
Of course, man.
I got a quote online from a company whose name may or may not be 3 letters.
Lloyd's of London.
LOL.
No,
3
they're the same
letters.
letter.
All right.
Oh.
Okay.
And
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Yeah.
Okay.
they quoted me like $2,100 for 6 months, which isn't bad. It's like $360 a month.
Not
It's
bad.
$100 less than I'm paying a month now.
2,100 for 6 months.
So
Yeah,
what's
it's a
this?
lot.
3 and
Ding,
change.
Ding, ding, ding,
Do you have a lot of
ding.
accidents?
Oh wait.
Oh,
that's
my
right.
god, you
So-
don't
I
know.
don't
Two, and
Derek, what was the last episode you listened to?
Four.
You said.
The Fieldworks one.
Okay, because you're in a rabbit hole of like time travel right now, right? In books. and
He's in a
everything?
world of dreams
Terrible
and magic.
fantasy
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've had two. I had 2 GTIs before the Audi.
And both ended tragically. Yeah, on
Awesome.
multiple occasions.
One T-boned because what? You drove through a red light, right?
Yeah.
How many totals did you have before 18?
Do we?
1,
Only one.
Oh.
And then how shortly after 18 was the second total?
2 months.
So
No, 3 months.
There's
So unfortunately,
there was
Ben,
an incident with a cake.
That's fantastic.
There was a
Yeah,
homeless
great.
person.
I don't want any more.
there's some moving
Just-
violations involved in
just-
there. Yeah.
the cake story is the funniest thing that's ever happened to all of us.
It really yeah.
Um,
It's one that I personally should go back and listen to that podcast just because it's so fucking great.
Wow, 2,100.
Yeah, but then they called back to give me
That
their
because they ran
real
your
quote,
record?
and,
Yeah.
the real quote was $875 a month.
So that sounds about right. Yeah,
Holy
10 grand. It's basically, it comes out to like 10 grand a year.
that
basically.
sounds about right. I mean,
Yeah.
because when I was 18, I did a lot of stupid shit like Ben did. I had no crashes, just a lot of moving violations, and I was paying $550 something a month.
875.
But I was living at home, working full time, so like, I was like, yeah, pay to play, right?
My
Yeah.
first year I was driving, I had something like 10 or 12 tickets,
Yeah.
and I thought I was paying a lot, $3,500 a year for an 88 16 valve.
Yeah.
That's I feel like I'm lucky.
Yeah. So, what would your parents' reaction to this? Do you still have to get on your own insurance or what?
No, my mom's giving me a year.
A year.
A year? You better get
Yeah,
a job
so
at a
that
Fortune
everything
500
gets off
company, my man.
Just so that like the tickets will go off my record.
They don't. It's a lot longer than a year, my friend.
It's like 3, isn't it?
Yeah.
Except for your shit's felonies. That shit's on for life. Come on, dog. Oh my God, 870. Whoa.
Yeah.
You can buy an R8.
Yeah, you could.
Yeah.
Use fuck insurance. Let's go.
Yeah, you just run on uninsured, man. I mean, that's $800 payment. You buy whatever you want.
Yeah, but I don't have $800 a month to spend.
Ah, that's true.
Might be an issue. Might
We
be an
approached
issue.
the problem again.
Exactly. we made a full circle.
Yeah. The
Just-
problem is the money. It's not.
Just for kicks, a loan. You can get a loan for $48,000.
Yeah.
For a 60 month
6
plan
months.
for $865 a month.
Yeah.
So, my God, young Ben, what like, I don't even know what are you gonna do? You get a year, and that's it.
Yeah.
How much can points come down in a year?
They don't
It's
come
not
off in a
gonna
year.
at all.
Yeah, they
Okay.
don't.
Yeah, it
it
just
takes
doesn't.
years. Yeah.
We get Tanya's saying she can't hear Derek at all.
Oh yeah, you got to get right in that thing.
Is this better?
Oh, yeah.
that should
Tanya,
be
how
better.
is that? Let us know in the
That's
chat.
right
You know, we don't want to lose Derek.
Yeah.
Yeah, you gotta be touching mustache.
So
Yeah. Oh,
Ben,
that's beautiful.
I wish you the best of luck, buddy, but you got to tone it down.
yeah.
Oh yeah.
You got to have
You gotta
a-
do better, generally.
like a clean as a whistle year, and hopefully requote and
I'm at almost a year with no moving violations.
okay accidents.
Yeah, but unrecorded
last
accidents.
Right.
Because
right.
the cake accident wasn't on the record, right?
No, only the total of the GTI because
Can I get a
I
quick
had no
overview
car.
of this cake incident?
Yeah, young Ben, tell us.
I was driving my Ranger down my road. Had a cake on my passenger seat. It fell. I went to pick it up and I hit a pole.
The cake was going to
Who
who?
was the cake going to?
My friend.
There's
Why?
something about your friend.
Bez Domu, as we call it in Polish.
Yeah,
He's without a home.
without a home. you,
Probably
you-
slayed that anyway. But
God.
So young
Oh,
Ben was
yeah.
bringing his homeless friend a cake. He pulled out of his driveway. It fell off as the extreme braking of the Ranger. He went down to pick it up and landed frosted side down, so the whole cake was ruined. And then he veered into a pole that was his neighbor's.
That's like a $5,000 cake.
the Ranger wasn't that bad.
I mean, not for
Yeah.
the Ranger, but for the
Sounds like a
insurance.
$10,000 cake to
I
me.
sold the Ranger.
You did sell the Ranger. Who did you sell the Ranger to?
Was it to the homeless kid?
It was to the kid whose the cake was for. He got it.
I said, bro, I know I couldn't get you this cake.
Yeah.
So you sold it to him. You get a good price on that thing, or what?
Oh yeah, it needs. My dad got
Needs a
a
cleaning.
quote from the insurance company, and they were like $2,000, I think. But he's putting just a fender and stuff on it to make
Yeah,
it
I was gonna
look-
say it sounds like a $200 job to me. Throw
Oh,
a fender
not
of
even.
any
He got
color.
he got the fender, the grill, and everything for like $75.
Oh, beautiful.
Did you
Yeah.
abandon the cake? I don't know. Whatever happened
Is
to
it
the cake?
still in there?
I don't
Yeah.
even remember.
It's probably still in there.
Yeah.
Probably a nice little
It's still-
surprise.
Anyway.
A lot of ants.
Well,
Well,
Ben, 875 is rough.
Yeah.
I don't know how. Yeah, I don't think I've heard. I
I don't
heard a
know
quote
how
that high.
that's even.
I know somebody that was paying $1,200 a month.
What were they driving though? A Bugatti?
V6 Dodge Charger.
oh,
yeah, well,
wow.
that explains it
Insult
all.
to injury.
What did they do for work?
for someone who thinks the car is fast.
Mopar guys.
He was a bartender before, and then he quit, and now he owns a limo business.
Owns a limo business.
He has a 2018 Chrysler 300 limo.
And is
He
that
has
what he's paying
one?
all that money on?
Yes.
That's not a business. He owns
He's
a
got
limo.
one, Yeah.
Boy
he
owns a
runs
limo.
He's a
that's
limo
called
guy.
Uber. Yeah.
Your boy owns a long Uber. Good for him though. Hey, listen, that's how you get in. You start with one.
Entrepreneur.
It starts with one.
Yeah.
I don't know why.
Uber big.
One is more than zero. Good for your friend.
Is he still paying that rate for insurance, or has it gone down? Thankfully.
I think it definitely went down. By
Wait, he
now.
drives other people around?
Yeah,
Jesus.
Do they know about that?
probably not.
Oh God, yeah. I think you've said enough.
Okay.
Speaking of Mopar,
Oh,
I thought
yeah.
today, I posed this that.
Oh wait. Today.
No, I don't know anything about Mopar happening. I was just
Okay.
sitting looking at the sunrise, thinking
Yep.
the most dangerous thing on the road today that's going to kill the most people is Jeep Trackhawks.
You think so?
I think it is.
Why
I
don't
think
we
it's the
hear
most
more
dangerous
about
thing on
them
the road today because
being
they're very
crashed?
expensive.
Are they? Oh, what is very expensive? What are we talking here?
I think like $80,000+ for a Jeep Cherokee, which is the craziest things I've ever heard in my life. However, I saw a video of one racing an X3 on the highway today. Obviously, so what else do you race when you have like an 800 horsepower Jeep?
Yeah.
And they start the race by both cutting off a guy in a pickup truck in the middle lane from the right lane, and then they pass what had to be 5 guys on Harleys to the left of them, and that's how the race starts. I'm like, yeah, that seems right.
This was locally?
No.
Oh, okay.
Chuck, there is one in Scituate that the guy runs race fuel in and
Yeah,
takes it out drag
dude,
racing, and it makes like
They all run race fuel.
no, he runs actually like 112 octane.
I know they all run race
He
fuel.
buys it 5 gallons at a time.
A
He
mile.
gets to the end of his driveway.
But the
Trackhawk, $87,645.
ridiculous. My brother had like a nice Jeep, and it took him about a year till he realized no one can align it. I'm just gonna go ahead and get rid of this thing, which is amazing.
Wonder if the Trackhawk still has the death wobble.
Oh, it has more of that. It's a death
Just
everything.
at a higher rate of speed.
But I just think SRT8 guys were the worst in the world. SRT8 Jeeps, and like, how can you multiply that idiocy? You throw a blower on the motor, boom, 707 horsepower, a Jeep death. I think
I
it's the most
guess-
dangerous thing on the roads is young Ben,
Super.
then Jeep.
I guess
super
like
high
the
center of gravity.
X5M like isn't as powerful, but far more expensive.
Well, the thing about the X5M is it actually has resale value, right? So it
Yeah.
takes a long time to get down to some
trickle
real
down.
hard boys. Where I'm sure there's money on the hood of Jeep Hellcats
so?
right now.
We could probably get an answer on that.
What's a used one?
I
worth?
don't think there is. From the people we're allowed to talk to,
Yep.
that are close to us, those things kind of come in and come out with people already in line to buy them. So I don't know.
And the Jeep's probably having a monumental year.
2018. Holy shit. This is a 2018. This car's fucking 3 years old now. With nearly 20,000 miles, $73,000.
So
Pretty strong.
And then
Yeah.
there's 2 other ones with much lower mileage, no price listed
At dealerships?
at dealerships.
Why not listed?
wait, you're on Car
All for price?
Gurus. Let's
I'm
go
on
to
Gurus.
Car Guru's
yeah,
not
I
a
got
real
a
website.
2018 for 72, another one for 74.
There you go. All right, Ben, holding your weight,
75,
man.
70.
We're getting there, man.
Yeah, none of them are 80.
So it's still
84.
expensive.
Right. There's still, I mean, for
65.
a car that's, all right, for a car that's 3 to 4 years old, that's holding value pretty high. So,
Yeah.
especially seeing most stuff you drive off the
Yeah.
lot and it loses fucking 20
With
grand.
Yeah, it loses all the
46,000
money.
miles for 65.
Dougie witnessed
1,000.
a Trackhawk with straight pipes race an M5 in downtown New York City 2 weeks ago.
I mean, it seems like a good time to do it down there, right?
Yeah.
I'll
Good
tell
time
you,
as any.
It's just those guys want to race everybody. The Jeep Trackhawk guys especially,
I gotta say,
that's
like,
a man with something to prove.
if I was driving one of those around who had that much horsepower,
You'd race everybody too.
Oh, yeah.
yeah,
You'd be fucking.
yeah. I mean, I'm not gonna
I
act
had an
like I wouldn't.
X5M,
it'd be so
which
difficult.
which
to-
was the Jeep Trackhawk at the time, but they were a ton of money. Like I bought mine pretty like it was the cheapest one on the planet, and it was still decent cash.
there would
it
be
was super
no,
old.
There'd be no, especially once you hear that supercharger whine,
Yeah,
you're just going to be fucking.
He's just gonna give it to her.
Just every light, every stop sign.
yeah. Give them some love.
Yeah. Just show it to him.
So
Yeah. So if you got it, pop it out. That's how the Jeep Trackhawk guys go. But I think it's the most dangerous thing on the road. Not because they're dangerous trucks, which I believe they are, but because just everybody that owns them is just constantly street racing them.
They're putting that motor in a Ram, aren't they?
Oh yeah, they're putting that motor in a Durango.
Yeah.
there's Durango, and then the
Not the T-Rex, right?
T-Rex is getting something. I don't know.
It's
I
probably
can't
gonna get that.
remember.
I mean, come on.
I don't know. It's rumored not to be that powerful,
Yeah.
or not. It's rumored to be very powerful, but not Trackhawk,
By that.
Demon, Hellcat, whatever. I don't even know
I mean,
what the
that's
names are anymore.
one thing. A little for callback, if you will. There was a question I thought I could bring to the group that I screenshot you guys. Dodge coming out with yet another version of yet another Challenger.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm going to go on there right now.
I think that was the sit on the lot special. I think they throw another set of fender
Yeah.
flares on it, and they make it 2021.
Like I've lost track. There's Hellcat Red Eye, Demon, SRT is still one, I believe.
Scat
SRT,
Pack,
Scat Pack, RT. I like. Holy fuck! I'm just
know.
losing track.
It's like I think it's a great use of the same parts over and over. You know,
Well, wrong button.
So it's like
Worked anyway.
yeah. So it's like they have a plethora of these parts, and it's just a way for them to use them, label them in different ways. I guess keep their crowd excited about.
Oh, it keeps them excited.
You know?
All right.
I love it.
There's
See?
the one.
Do you have a count on what they all are? or-
Let's see. Just for reference, they start at 28,095 for a Dodge Challenger.
Mm-hmm.
Let me go to gallery. I wish there was a fucking breakdown.
Is there like a trim level?
That's
or something?
Sans engine.
No, I think it's like six cylinder. Yeah, yeah.
Get that V6, baby.
There's literally I can't even count how many versions are on here. All right, here we go.
Let's
Here
do
we
it.
go. All right. SXT, GT, RT Scat Pack, RT Scat Pack Wide Body, SRT Hellcat, SRT Hellcat Wide Body, SRT Hellcat Red Eye, SRT Hellcat Red Eye Wide Body, and that's it. Oh, and of course the Demon.
So there's only 10?
Actually, no, Demon apparently is not available 2020. I think that was only 8.
9.
So it was 9.
I just need them to make a 2-door SUV version of it. That'll be good.
And I think the same goes for
The Charger.
the Charger. I think there's a few less.
I think they just made the Charger Demon, right?
Hang on. Let me see. Charger, same thing. SXT, GT, RT, Scat Pack Wide Body, SRT Hellcat Wide Body. That's it. Less for Charger.
6, Jesus. I didn't know you could get a Hellcat that wasn't a wide body. I'm glad.
Yeah.
Less tire, the better.
You think so?
I was going to say.
Nope.
I'm
even slightly.
Not so sure. So I got a quick call back.
Yes.
So a company called High Performance Academy. I follow them on Instagram,
HPA?
HPA. And I follow them a bunch because they talk about a lot of technical stuff, like nerdy stuff, like wiring and diagnosing and how to use certain.
It's not Hennessy's, right? Because
No.
Hennessy had an HPA, Hennessy Performance Academy.
Yeah, no, this is different. And actually, I learned about them through Swoops.
Swoops.
Because Swoops was
Big
getting into
shout.
some wiring, and I was like, "Hey, man, like, where'd you learn? Like, you're really kind of like taking off at this. I mean, like, clearly you're very talented at everything else you do. So,
Yeah.
like," and he says, "No. I learned everything from taking. Well, these guys offer classes, but
Yep.
I learned everything from taking these classes from these guys. But you should check them out." So I was like, "All right, sweet, checking them out." So I signed up for their email blast because I'm waiting for. He says sometimes they send out some discount codes for their classes.
Yep.
And I would love to take them because like the Polo's got a plethora of wiring issues. So like, I would like to learn a few things, right?
Yeah,
Why
yeah.
it doesn't hurt. So they sent out these email blasts, and the email blasts in them all have like kind of like little tutorials of how to's and do that stuff. If you're interested in stuff like this, sign up because it's super nerdy, and they're like 10-minute videos, and it's specific. Like the one I got recently was how to use like a micrometer, and it's like a 10-minute video of like how to use a micrometer, different kind of micrometers, would use them, certain instances. Big fan.
Very
Some people are nerdy
informative.
stuff, some people don't like it. Go for it.
I mean, it's a perfect thing to sink your teeth into right now.
Yeah.
Like, perfect.
Yeah. And then they do some other stuff where they do like they're building an SR20 and like they show you kind of like the do's and don'ts and stripping it and very similar to what Papadakis did.
Yep.
Nice.
And that's my cup of tea.
That's your jam.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's my cup of tea.
Into it.
But I mean, full disclosure, I will be buying their like wiring classes because it's just from all the good things I've heard about it, and you talk to Swoops and see the stuff he's doing with it. I'm like, wow, this is like
This guy's a
it's,
only
guy's
makes
got
it's
sense.
really cool. Yeah.
Yeah.
So-
And we can have Revival Motorsport Harness Department.
No, Revival Motorsport Academy, right next to
Yeah.
Revival Motorsport Powder Coating.
Yeah. It's the powder coating. Still, hit me up. I haven't
She
got
is,
any
man.
inquiries, so
I don't know. It must be spelling your. It's COREY at
yeah. It's
revivalmotoring.com.
not KORRYY. You know,
We get that first one, we might even buy a powder coater.
Yeah.
There we go.
I had a little toaster oven. We'll make it happen.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't need the. You don't need it.
Yeah, it's fine.
Everybody
Just need the
knows.
powder. Harbor Freight gun.
Yeah. Anything else over there?
You know, I was on the hellhole that's Instagram this
Yeah.
week. It's just Instagram's fucking crazy
Influencer.
for the car thing because it became it's very much shitty as Facebook groups have gotten. I think so. Anyways, I was watching FCP posted something. Gareth was doing a tutorial on rear brakes on an E46 M3.
Yes.
He unbolts something and the rear caliper falls literally 4 inches and is caught by the brake line.
Yep.
And everybody in the whole thing was like, "Yeah, great tutorial, but that's a big no-no, buddy. Hope to replace that line, et cetera, et cetera." And I was just like, "Come on, man."
What a cesspool of just.
No, it's just like the caliper dropped 4 inches on a rubber line,
Right,
like a
so
stock rubber
it's
line.
just
Does that mean it's shot?
No, definitely not.
No.
What do you do for a living?
I've done way worse with them.
Yeah.
No, so I wrote on a little thing. It was like, hey, shouts to the god Derek. Hey man, if that's what people are complaining about, you're doing a great job. And
Yeah.
some Instagram user whose name I won't say, but had N54 in it, so I pray for him. Told me how serious it is and how it's a really big whoopsie and how you got to replace the line. And I was just like, I just didn't respond. So I'm
Yeah.
an adult.
That's the
now.
best way. That's the
I
best
just
way.
didn't
Best thing to
respond.
do.
But as I said, there was N54 in his name. I looked up his Instagram profile. It was mostly like weed paraphernalia and just N54 things. Not even that many, to be honest. There's like,
Right.
I'm sure this guy knows what he's talking about. He's
Yeah.
about 18 years old, big into weed, so
Very-
he probably gets brake lines.
Very,
Yeah. Yeah.
very thorough.
No,
Just-
it was like seriously like. I mean, I'm glad that you guys know what you're talking about because I was sitting there like, am I out of touch? Like, it's a fucking caliper that like literally took a little dip on it. He's like, it's gonna build up pressure and it's gonna blow out. You have a big accident, and like, I just want you guys are a bunch of wimps. Well, none of my cars are safe.
Welcome
So-
to fucking 2020.
Yeah.
and
But big
all
shout
that
to
is
Gareth.
social
Big shout to
media.
FCP. It was just the funniest thing ever. And like, he's obviously towing the company line. So he's like, yeah, man, definitely replacing. It's Jade's car.
Right, yeah,
like definitely
yeah.
replacing the line. But like,
Yeah.
dude, there's no reason. The thing's fine. It's a brake line. It's not going to explode. Whatever.
And I think
Anyways.
pretty definitively you could tell if it's bad.
Yeah, just by looking at it.
There's a pretty it's pretty like go no go. All right,
Yeah. Anyway.
the fucking internets.
Yeah.
We need it and absolutely hate it at the same time.
Yeah, no, it's the best. It's the
Yeah.
best. So I saw that. That was funny. And then my other callback is just Charlie Justice staying by his word. When everybody was talking about these, it's part of the news, but I don't give a shit. When everybody was talking about Harbor Freight jack stands, I was like,
Oh, man.
I value my life too much to have Harbor Freight jack stands. I don't give a shit if they're supposed to be safe. They're not safe.
Buyback of the century.
So they take back all the jack stands, give people new jack stands, and now all those jack stands are broken. So I stand by
Yeah.
my word, man. If you're going to be under a car, just pay the extra $2 and get Craftsman ones or something. Because I saw the letter from their CEO, and I was like, I can't remember. This guy must have been like, wait, what? Oh fuck me.
Sincerely, Eric.
I mean,
shouts to Eric.
but it's going to be tough
at
to be
Harbor
Eric
Freight.
right now.
A few months ago, we recalled our Pittsburgh 3-ton and 6-ton steel jacks, SKU numbers, et cetera, et cetera. Due to manufacturer's defect, we asked customers to return them and receive a gift card that could be used to purchase replacement jack stands. I felt terrible about that recall because you should never have a concern about the safety of any of our products. The next paragraph. Today, I feel even worse.
I feel bad for the guy, but he's
I
obviously
just-
not making
right,
these
it's
things.
not-
Jesus.
Yeah.
But
it's
he's the one.
just-
He's the face.
He's the
right.
face.
He's
yeah.
he's the
He's the Gareth in this incident.
right. He's the hammer is gonna fall and it's gonna be Eric.
So,
So-
when the last time this happened, well, not the last time, when this
time
happened,
before this
I was
happened?
like, fuck this. I got 4 of the jack stands.
The car's literally sitting on it right now.
Right now. And I was like, I'm not going to bother with it, right? But now that happened again, and they're like, well, you can just come in and give them back, and we'll give you cash for
From
them.
any jack stands they've ever had.
Right? So just 3-ton and 6-ton is what it said.
No, at the end of that, he says any jack
Oh,
stands
really?
we have.
Okay.
you
My
can-
understanding was 3-ton and 6-ton, but I have a bunch of 3-ton. I have 4 3-tons, so I'm just going to give them all back, get the cash, and then go buy 2 more Craftsman ones because I have those already.
yeah. Yeah,
So give me some cash for them. I'll take them.
it's a good time to get money back. I just think Harbor Freight should, in their motto, they should take the quality tools out of it.
Right. Right.
Is it in their motto?
Yeah, what's their motto?
Shit, I just
It says
put
in
the-
that letter.
just put the picture
This is
away.
perfect
Hold
if you
on, hold on.
remove quality tools.
Quality tools, lowest prices.
Exactly. So it's just lowest prices. You got
Lowest
it.
prices.
Yeah, lowest prices.
But dude, initially I was just like, no, please don't use them. I understand they're cheaper, but
Yeah.
it's like cheaping on brakes, and I know people do it all the time. But like, it's
Yeah.
the only thing that stops your car. Like,
or tires. We talked
yeah,
about that
dude,
often.
only thing that
Tires.
touches the road.
Know what you're kind of getting into.
Chinese turbo, do whatever you want. Just have a fire extinguisher. Don't cheap out on that.
Thoroughly interested in Gareth Foley on Instagram. His Esco jack stands. Have you seen those things?
No.
I haven't looked at them or seen the price yet. But
Well,
I'm about those.
I tell you
things.
what, it looks expensive.
It does. He's got them, and I think. See, he puts a quick little review.
Did he post that because of all this?
Was it like,
he
hey,
did. It was
dump
in,
your
it
Harbor
was
Freight
in,
by the
in
Esco?
relation to that. I believe it
Yeah.
was something along those lines.
What's his
of
review?
like-
They good?
yeah. He's all in on them.
He didn't say
Solid.
money in the review. He didn't talk about money on
No, I
this.
didn't go money.
That's bad news.
They're $50 a piece.
Esco jack stands.
Yeah.
$50 a piece.
So per set?
No.
Per single.
Oh, per
Per
single.
single,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'll just buy another car. Jesus.
Get new legs.
Prosthetics. How
How much is a
prosthetics?
wheelchair?
Yeah.
Yeah. Jesus.
All
Oh my
right.
God.
Moving right along.
Any other?
Kyle Belcher suggested their motto should be tools you need when you've wasted all your money on parts you're installing.
Shouts to Kyle.
Big shouts.
He is indirectly yet directly responsible for me making a purchase at Harbor Freight today.
Is he really?
He is, because I was talking to Stairs, as I do.
Oh, is that for my toucher you got me?
Not the toucher directly,
Oh.
but the little LED.
Oh, the lights.
the bay lights.
Oh, the bay light's very, very tight.
Because I was talking about how I had an incident with my fluorescent lights.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Stairs happened to mention the light that Belcher has, and I was like, oh fuck, I wonder if Harbor Freight has one of those.
Can you recall the incident with the lights? Can you tell the people about your fluorescent lights?
Oh yeah. I've had a like a 5 bulb, a 5 bulb fluorescent light that is a plug-in that's used for photography and video that I've been using to work on my car for the better part of a month and a half.
A slight breeze roll through.
And I even said to the boys, yeah, this light's great until I knock it over and break it. That was about a week ago. And one day, I forgot when it was. Might have been last week. I think it was, it was when I came here with my son, Preston, and banged out some stuff on the car. Sure enough, I'm all finished up. I'm sweeping things up, kind of putting stuff away, and I step over the light and hit the cord. As I'm walking away, my back is toward the light. So not only does it hit my car, but it smashes the side of the M3 and smashes on the floor, and every bulb was destroyed.
Magic.
So
Did they all go pop?
every single one.
Yeah.
Oh, not even pop. It was an explosion.
Was it on?
It was an explosion. No, it wasn't
Damn.
on. It was plugged in, which
Fair
was
enough. Fair
still just
Yeah.
as dangerous with that thing. So yeah, there's a lot of dust because obviously they're fluorescent. They're filled with gas and powder. Had to sweep up. That took me an extra 15 minutes to clean up the area and move along. But I didn't have the light, so I needed a light.
That light was cruising for a bruising though
that's
this
what-
whole time.
That's why we ended up at a small field trip today
To Harbor Freight.
to Harbor
Some
Freight.
jack
which is
stands and a light.
right near us, which works out pretty good. Got a couple lights. Got a knife sharpener, 2 fire starters, and a
Long toucher.
Long toucher for Chuck.
The fire starters
wanted
interest me, but
The fire
it's a
starters.
different conversation
Hey,
for a
no,
different
that's
I want to know
that's.
about the fire starters.
I mean, 2020, man.
Is that impulse buy like at the register?
No, that's survival. that's. I'm like, you know what? The way this is going, I might need to start a fire sometime soon. So I'm gonna grab 2.
tell you, man, you got glasses. You got the fire starters you need. Focus
Oh,
a little
just-
sun in there.
Well, what if it's nighttime?
Buy some torches,
Wait it out.
baby.
I'm
You
thinking
got some map gas?
Yeah, wait for the sun.
gasoline. Fuck it.
Yeah.
A couple sparks. That's all.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was our little trip to Harbor Freight today. So that worked out pretty good.
That's excellent.
Got we keep.
You see Eric?
I didn't see Eric. No,
Yeah.
he wasn't there. He wasn't there working the door.
He's in the back smelting down a bunch of jack stands.
Jack stands.
Make new ones.
What
Are
is
they
that?
all going to like China, get melted down to aluminum cans
No,
or
I think
something?
they'll probably just ship them off to some other market and pretend nothing happened.
No.
Idaho.
Big shout to far.
I'll head in Idaho.
They're all going on a New England market. No, I'd imagine they have to smelt those babies up, turn them into hammers or something, Love finds a
I
way.
bet you they probably make a great hammer.
Probably, dude. Love finds a way.
Better than
When they
jack
recall a bunch of, they can't do much worse than their current duty.
Yeah.
Just make skid plates out of them. Also, this weekend, I got to drive a Rubicon Gladiator.
Oh, yes.
My old man
Yes.
has one.
Yes.
It's literally never gets a mile from the beach. Got to drive it on the beach. That's my guilty pleasure vehicle.
What was the term you used? You said it's perfect because you can't drive it long enough to find all the faults.
Yeah.
in it.
Well,
Yeah.
in this case, yeah.
Yeah, you can't find any faults because you drive to the beach, you drive on the sand. Like this thing drives like a go-kart on the sand.
Yeah.
You throw your shit in the back, you throw your shit out, throw it all back in, drive home.
Does it
Perfect.
just constantly live in like 4x4 mode
Yes.
or whatever mode?
Yeah, the
you
tires
know?
I've never seen over 15 psi of air. Sand mode all the time. I don't know.
It's magical.
I'm in. So in.
If this was something you were into, like this is the vehicle to have.
Yeah.
Like I get it, but like if this was your everyday and only vehicle, this thing would suck.
Yeah.
Like
what would make it?
sitting in traffic with it So I drove his previous version, which was just a Wrangler Rubicon,
Yep.
and like drove that. I mean, all the way to the Cape, which was not great. It's terrible.
Did you
at
have the
highway
roof off?
Yeah, no roof.
Didn't you come back
I
totally
had no
red?
sunglasses, no hat. Got
Got all your tan in.
a buzzed head. Yeah, it didn't go well. But I mean, at highway speeds, it's not terrific. It's very twitchy and like
Well, the tires on that were super aggressive. Apparently, these new tires are way better.
maybe so. They look
Oh.
to be the same size, same tread pattern, same name, same everything. But
No,
like,
there was they had Goodriches on the old ones. This is who made these Falcons?
yeah, I'm sure.
Falcon heavy duties.
Yeah, I mean, the big tire all looks the same to me.
Knobby.
And then like, I mean, it's big. It's a big vehicle, so I guess it's manageable. But if you had to like do any kind of like traffic or like lane changing in traffic, it would be like
Park
like
it
a,
anywhere.
like a bar. Yeah,
It'd be
parking.
terrible in
Any
all sorts of
practical
situations.
is any practical.
I mean, even put it in a
driving is
regular
what you're
parking
saying?
spot, it's enormous.
Yeah.
Which is great for its use, which is
Drive to beach.
Drive to
back
beach.
from
Is the bed
Unload.
big enough to be functional as like
oh, dude.
home improvement?
The bed's my gigantor. It's
Home
5 feet.
improvement is interesting, but for its purpose, great. I think for going to get your mulch, your plants, your bullshit, yeah. I mean, you're gonna throw a full sheet of plywood back there? Probably not.
Sure,
But
stick out 3 feet.
yeah, you could totally a little bandana on the end. This
Yeah,
way they know.
exactly. rip off a piece of your underwear.
Yeah, take your mask off.
a
It's
sock
gonna-
Because that makes it safe.
Yeah.
Let me put this 6-inch fucking red banner on my
Yeah.
8-foot piece of wood sticking out.
It's interesting though, is my dad's had this house. He's had a house in the Cape forever, so he's had Jeeps for probably 30 years, and it's always like a Wrangler, and we have it for a decade, and then like
and it has 3,000 miles on it.
exactly, and but the bottom is gone.
Yep.
There's no
right,
bottom.
right.
And then he had the
So-
Rubicon for like a year, and then it came to like, remember when Gladiators came out, they were gonna sell like hotcakes. You're not
Yeah.
be able to keep them on the lot, so that didn't work out.
Yeah.
So they were basically just giving Gladiators away. So he traded in a zero Rubicon for this thing, and I think he's going to have this thing to the end of time.
He is
He's just in love with the machine.
smitten.
Yeah.
Smitten by it.
Smitten.
Did he put a Salt Life sticker on it yet?
No, he's not a Salt Life guy.
No.
Good. That's our kind of guy.
Yeah.
kind
No,
of man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but it's fun. Talk about like, it just doesn't care about off road, and it has so many goddamn 4-wheel drive options. I don't even care. I'm sure it's great, and he drives in the winter sometimes when there's snow. Also,
Yeah,
you don't have
and
to park or
I
deal
think
with
it's
anyone.
just as a reminder that this car is like super useful. You
Yeah.
know, like
Here we are in the
in that.
winter in the snow.
so.
What happened?
Derek just sent me a picture of a Mark 7 GTI. I mean, yeah, it's self-explanatory.
Wow.
It's
Oh, you got play. Oh,
Oh wow, that gets it done.
it's
He's trying to get. It's got a bunch of 8-foot boards.
Oh, is that on
Literally
AG,
vertical.
Oh my
RPF ones?
Oh, all right. It just switched to
There's
children.
no red tape on it.
Yeah, there's
No
no
red
red tape.
tape.
Oh,
Yeah, because
that's
he's
not
going
safe.
They're going
vertical.
vertical, yeah.
That's why. That's why.
Yeah, you're going vertical. It's not
You
required.
need to look out for your own bridge clearance.
No,
at that point.
that's not the highway department. That's FAA.
Yeah.
it's like
Different. You got to put lights on it.
It's like
Yeah.
a drone. Speaking of drones, I broke mine in the garage, but that's another
You
story.
broke it here.
Yeah.
Is that when you crashed it last week, or
Yeah.
What did you crash it into?
Corey's car.
Why are we flying the drone inside?
Because it was raining out.
so he tells me he's like,
Look at all the room we have.
he tells me he's like, I hit the car with the drone. I don't see anything. I'm like, yeah, I don't give a shit. Where's the drone? I want to fly it. And he's like, I broke it.
It's broken. Yeah,
How
it's
broken? What did you break? The propeller?
Just the blades. Yeah. Yeah. Good.
Aren't those like supposed to be like?
Yeah, they're reusable. Or what? Replaceable.
you probably should have flown in the other room with the 30-foot ceilings.
Might have gotten.
My gun stuck.
Yeah, it might have been a little bit worse. This was best case scenario for this drone crash.
Little
Yeah.
forklift recovery over there.
Yeah, it's I think the battery was dying and it got away from me, if you will. The road got
She
away
always
from me.
does.
The,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
air
yeah.
got away from me, if you will. And I'm just like, well, I've lost control.
The
now.
air? The stagnant?
the air. Yeah,
Stagnant.
I was just along for the ride. with
T's
my
and P's,
eyes.
man. T's and P's.
And thankfully, it hit a bag.
Was there a DSLR on the bottom of it?
No.
Oh, thank
This
God.
is all in one. The encompassing.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, we're not at that level. So, so
Were you riding it like Dr. Robotnik?
no. The propellers spin really fast, and they make they make one hell of a noise when it hits a plastic bag.
Oh, my
So I
God.
think really that's what
Is that when you panicked?
saved it from impacting Corey's car directly.
Yeah.
It just hit the bag and just made almost a chainsaw like noise, and then hit the bumper and that was that.
Exploded.
Yeah, that was it. So all she wrote. So
Fiery drone crash
I gotta
inside.
order some new propellers and see how that goes.
It is
Should be
important to note
Get
before
metal
we
ones.
dive into
Yeah.
the news. Quick callback.
Call back.
Finger tight Noah.
Finger tight Noah.
Noah the God.
Yeah.
Noah the God.
Is currently in a phase of acquisition.
Yes, deep phase.
Some vehicles, two vehicles.
Yes,
From the most OG finger tight member, Steel.
steel.
One has been acquired, is on its way back.
That's going to be hilarious.
I'm not going to disclose what it is because
Can't-
that's his
can't.
business.
It's
But,
with contribution Chris.
Yeah. So it's loaded up. It's ready to go. So
Oh, baby.
Oh boy, there it is.
so
Wow.
it's big. It's a big day.
There's
For,
there's
big
a
day for
camera
him.
over there, Corey. Just remember.
Yeah, I mean,
Don't
it's
turn
a
the camera.
big day for him.
Zoom
is.
enhance.
Yeah.
You could see it.
that. We'll dive into that.
Is it only him and Chris?
Yes, I believe
And
so.
Steel.
Oh, Steel's there. Okay, never
Yeah.
mind.
He'll get it done himself.
Yeah,
So.
100%.
Noah.
Yes.
Shouts to Noah the God.
Shouts.
A huge thank you for him helping me with all this M3 stuff. I'm good with lights and removing bumpers and shit like that, but when it comes to taking off a manifold and weird shit like that, he's just, for the time it would take me to sort it out and watch a YouTube video and go back and forth and not lose something and not do something, he'd have it done 17 times over. So
He installed your entire suspension in the time it took me to press in two wheel bearings and two wheel hubs.
yeah, exactly. Like by then I might have had 2 wheels off. So
Been under the car.
he's just, right. The fucking
Harbor Freight Jack, totally
just
gone.
on my legs.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, shouts to him. But the point I was making with all this is that the man has a niche for finding deals.
Yes, excellent deals.
It just things not fall into his lap because he makes an effort to do so. But he's on the hunt for things and he just fucking gets
His
done.
lap's wide open.
This,
Yeah.
lap's wide open.
That's wide open.
So this deal and these vehicles that he's getting is fucking rad, and we're gonna take some pictures and
Very excited.
discuss it at some point. I'm sure,
I think he's going to have more cars than Revival in the building.
potentially, yeah,
Yeah.
and outside.
It's the best.
He's gonna have to clean that up soon.
Any
should've-
more callbacks?
That's all I got.
I think that's it.
You got nothing?
Let's cue the boys.
Ready for it?
News.
Welcome to the news.
We have any news? Because I don't have any news.
Yeah, I got news.
Okay.
Young Ben's got news. Young Ben.
Young Ben.
No, I meant to say I had a callback, not news.
What the fuck?
Oh, you're reneging now.
Wow, dude.
Young
I
Ben,
think
you got
the
a
record
phone.
clearly shows that you have to have news. So
Yeah.
I'd get on your phone, look for
Fine.
some news, as opposed
Something.
to
Anything.
Facebook classifieds, which you're definitely on right now. What are you looking at?
Someone's selling a Viper.
What generation?
I think it's
What
second,
year?
It's an 04.
How much
would that
money?
be second gen or third gen?
Second gen, I think. How much money?
40.
Oh, come on, get out of here.
Because insurance for a Viper for you would be just so fucking affordable.
Dude, 15K on top of that 40, 900 wheel horsepower. 55. I mean, that's the deal of the century.
I'm
What
not gonna
color
lie.
is it?
I want to see it. I
It's
want to
black.
see.
It's definitely red.
No,
I
it's
could
black.
I could definitely buy that for Ben's insurance payment and have 900 horsepower.
Yeah.
I drove a 13 Viper, and it was
Oh.
absolutely the worst car I've ever driven in my entire
Really?
life.
Really?
I'd rather
Give us a
drive
quick breakdown on
Yeah,
that.
the terrible vehicles,
I
right?
Put
Think
that.
about touching
Get the mic
throttle.
right in front of you.
Get on the mic.
There you
couldn't
go.
even think about touching a throttle and staying in the same lane. It wasn't happening.
There's
Really?
a
It's just
14.
not-
I mean, it was like 40 degrees and the tires were cold, but
Oh, fair.
it was just awful. I'd never want to be in one again.
Just
I don't even want to look at them now.
too powerful to be
Yeah,
comfortable,
just stupid.
if you will. Yeah.
No brakes. It was awful.
Was it like an ACR or like it's just a Viper? Like I don't want to say just a Viper because
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
It was black.
fair.
It's probably
All
the one. Yeah,
Yeah.
I mean, I want one just to be a roll race car because I'm a fucking idiot. And 900 horsepower is easily achievable in the shittiest Viper turbo kit. But I'm sure it'd be an absolute misery to own.
It's got guardrail written all over it.
Oh, absolutely, dude. Absolutely. Guardrail or ditch, depending on if there's
Yeah,
guardrails.
I was saying median for sure.
Yeah,
You
no.
think that you think that Trackhawk is dangerous.
Oh, yeah, me and a Viper. No bueno.
Yeah.
You're gonna sign up for any SCC.
I said that's not going to stop me from buying one, by the way.
any what is it? What the hell are those called?
Tracknet
Track
America,
Night
and a Turbo
Yeah.
Viper,
Yeah.
there's no way they'd let you in. They'd be like, nah, I don't think so. I did sign up for a Tracknet America.
You did.
I
you
saw
did.
that, yeah.
August 17th at Thompson. Come ride with your boy, man.
Yep.
And by ride, I mean drive your own car. I'm not bringing you around. They don't
You're
let
not
passengers
allowed.
anymore.
Yeah, not allowed.
It's at Thompson, August 17th. Seriously, come on. It's not. It's like $170, I think. A lot of seat time. I don't know. Come watch your boy wreck.
Fair.
What car are you bringing? Do you know?
Yeah, Clown Shoe.
Okay.
Going back to Old Faithful.
Old Faithful.
Going back to Old Faithful.
Old.
Yeah.
Does that mean? Oh no. Yeah, Derek knows about that. You've heard about that.
Of what?
His clown shoe incident.
Oh, I put it on the wall at Palmer, but it was a tire wall, so it was
That's
fine.
what you do with those cars.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what they're for, right?
It was a soft landing.
Soft landing.
Soft. Yeah, worked out as best as it could.
Yeah, fun day. So
So that's August 17th. You
August 17th. Yeah. Hopefully, I'll be at Thompson sooner than that. Wink.
said? Perhaps.
Right now.
Maybe right now,
true.
depending on when you're listening to this.
What else you got? I got
Well-
some Corvette stuff. Did anyone break out the Corvette
No,
stuff?
I want your
No.
vet news.
So, the Vet's going back on sale as if it ever stopped.
You know what the vet
Well,
does.
wait, yeah, it did stop going on sale because they
It's
ran out of it,
postponed.
right?
It stopped production.
Yeah,
Yeah,
postponed. So 2021 is going on sale. Get out of here, notification.
Let's get it.
For $59,995,
Mhm.
4K more than the 2019 price. But we found out you can't really get the 2019 $55,000 Vet as it is.
The quantity of or availability of said $60,000 vet very limited.
Very
Yeah.
light.
The good news is the Stingray price is staying the same, which is the ones that they were getting pushed out ahead of those cheaper Model 1s.
Okay, yep.
Now, I mean, maybe now that the production's ramping back up, that you're actually going to be able to get a $60,000 Vet, which, having never seen the car, never driven the car, never sat in the car, only seen pictures of the car, I think it's a great buy.
Yeah.
Great buy.
For what it is, again, on paper, very good buy.
I've been very
Solid
close to
buy.
one, and
Just
I
close,
think the
just close
same.
to one.
very close.
Having said that, I mean, you can get a 718 Cayman for 61, but like again, I've never seen a Cayman
But then
for
right.
$61,000.
Does it come with a
61,
vest?
It's a
Yeah.
it's a Cayman.
Yeah,
It's not a mid-engine flat plane V8.
I don't think
Or not flat
Yeah, it's
plane.
not flat plane.
Oh,
it's
that's
just
just
flat.
the,
mid
those are just the race cars.
V8.
Right, right mid-engine V8, almost supercar-esque vehicle.
Certainly the looks.
It looks the part.
Yeah, it
Might be
certainly looks
fake.
the part.
You'd
could
certainly
very well
convince
be
the
fake.
ladies
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
a supercar.
Yeah, I would definitely tell her.
They
Some
do look
ladies.
really good.
Yeah,
Coming
Yeah,
down
they
the
look
road.
great.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, its road presence is
Menacing.
demanding.
Yeah,
Like it
demand.
demands attention. You know.
Even commanding.
Cool stuff is standard wireless Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, which I think is great.
Yeah.
Because
Unlike
I mean,
BMW charging services.
we'll
A
get
little
there.
subscription
Yeah.
fee, not a big deal.
Yeah.
You know, I think is great because we've said before. I think kind of auto manufacturers need to give it up and kind of hand that over to the cell phone manufacturers and kind of just like just Apple CarPlay, Android Auto. Your cell phone does it all better anyway, so just handle it that way. New color called Red Mist Metallic.
Red Mist?
Red Mist Metallic.
That's what Mustangs turns crowds into, right?
Red Mist.
Red Mist.
That's joking poor taste.
Oh, God.
Yeah. And then a silver flare metallic exterior color, which I personally thought was really cool. The Red Mist didn't do it for me.
That does it for me.
Doesn't do it for me. Now you can get full length dual racing stripes in either blue, orange, red, and yellow.
That was an option I think they really needed.
I guess before it was kind of just hood.
Yeah. If you're not getting the full length, you're going to pass her. She's going to see you don't have anything back there.
So where
Any
else can
length.
it go?
I don't fucking know, buddy.
So like
It's probably that little strip right before the spoiler.
yeah, so just like it's all clear in the back, and there's a little like 2-inch piece, and they're just gonna
It's full length, 2
full
inches.
length. Okay.
Yeah.
If they're going to end
As
it
far as I know.
all the way.
Yeah.
Full length is 2 inches?
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what it said.
Uh,
Corey said it, not me.
Fair enough.
Yeah. Driver mode is now displayed on screen for visualization.
It wasn't before?
It wasn't before.
Oh, boy.
And then this was weird. Standard buckle to drive. It's a safety technology that, when active, can prevent the driver from shifting the vehicle out of park if the driver's seatbelt is not buckled for up to 20 seconds.
Wait, what? Can I get a rundown? What did he say? It does.
It won't go into drive, in my understanding, if the seatbelt isn't buckled for up to 20 seconds. Maybe from
Did
when
Volkswagen do that in like '86?
So that kind of sounds like a pain in the ass.
Wait,
too.
can you?
It sounds like listen. I wear my seatbelt. I think everyone should wear my seatbelt.
Yeah, no.
However, people disagree.
but like,
But
just-
can you put it in park by taking your seatbelt off?
I don't know. That's the thing.
That'd be sick.
It,
Or like-
it wasn't very clear. This news article just came out this morning. So like
at rolling speed, just
yeah.
slide her in.
Or I'm thinking like the way it works hypothetically, if you were trying to get in said vehicle and leave a facility swiftly, you have to get in, plug your seatbelt in, and wait 20 seconds before you can put it in drive.
I don't know. It's kind of
It's the way to
unclear. I'm
prevent
gonna
bank
need
robberies. And
Right,
I'm
stuff.
gonna need
right. It's just
expansion
like-
on this. Let's call
yeah,
it.
yeah. You're gonna have to dive deep into that.
Yeah, we
That's
need
the red
expansion.
mist. You're gonna be driving on the highway, have to grab something behind you, take your seatbelt off.
Yeah.
Park.
Also, it's going to have an 8-speed dual clutch, allow for faster shifting and more eventual power.
Wait, so they got rid of the automatic?
Yeah, so it's going to be a manual and then an 8-speed dual clutch.
Is that a
Active
manual?
dual
Did
clutch.
you get that car with a manual?
I thought you could, right?
No, you can't get
No.
in the manual.
Oh no, I'm sorry, manual mode. I'm sorry,
Okay.
Manual mode automatic.
manual mode automatic.
Or an 8-speed dual clutch.
Yeah, which is the same thing. But yeah, they both get the little paddles.
One's a
Turn it-
slush box, though.
yeah.
I mean, it's a ZF8 speed, right? One's a ZF8
Yeah.
speed and one's an actual dual clutch,
No, I think it's going to be a 8-speed dual clutch transmission.
which is different than it currently comes with.
Says so.
That's
Yeah.
fucking crazy. That's
Yeah.
huge.
That's a
Says so.
big. That's
Yeah.
a big
I don't know if it's
change.
good, but it's certainly
Right.
more
But I
maintenance.
think their manual mode is what they're calling is you can kind of with manual and automatic modes. So like
Like every other transmission?
yeah,
Okay.
but like I guess because it's what I assume is a ZF8 speed, right?
Well, not if it's dual clutch, but if it isn't dual clutch, yeah.
Yeah. It is dual clutch. That's what they're saying. So no specs on what the transmission is or what they change it to. So
I thought it
Hopefully-
was just an automatic.
How if you did take delivery of a C8, similar to a Supra, how shitty do you feel if you took that? just
that
fucking-
initial
that initial first year run of both.
Well, now you have the
essentially.
rarest vet ever produced, though, because 2020, the
That's true.
IAW strike
That's
screwed 'em.
true, and,
Yeah.
and depending upon color,
And if you're a vet guy, that matters more than horsepower.
Yeah.
that's true. Or functionality.
How rare is this thing?
So, I don't know. I mean, I'm interested. See what happens. I guess I don't know. Hopefully, 2021 it ramps up full production and they can start pumping these things out like Corollas. So,
It's everywhere. I want to see them everywhere.
yeah. I mean, I don't know. I hope so.
New
Small little bumper on the small little dent on the rear bumper. In beige.
Yeah. Real
C8
deal.
Corvettes. Yeah, everywhere.
Well, not all news from Chevy is good, boys,
Oh boy.
Never.
because I have some sad news.
Uh-oh.
The Chevy Sonic is dead.
They still made that?
Yeah, I was gonna say.
I don't know
Wait,
think
what's
they
if
is
this
that
is
the
because
small-
Hertz is going under, because I'm pretty sure they're the only people that bought Chevy
Purchased them?
Sonics.
I don't think I could identify one of those on the road.
Chevy Sonic is just like a ball-looking thing.
very
Oh, the
small,
tiny-
Very
four-door.
small hatchback, and it's dead.
I think it's the most generic.
It's a small. It's very
Vehicle.
small.
Yeah.
Very small.
I wouldn't even get a hot deal on one right now. You know.
I don't.
Probably-
I honestly don't know if you can buy it not in a fleet of them.
I was gonna say.
I don't think you can buy them
I wonder-
individually.
just Hertz yellow. Is that?
I don't think
just a
that.
bunch of Hertz yellow.
I remember
ones.
if you really fucked up at Hertz, you'd have to drive a Chevy Sonic.
That's what they give you.
Like you
That-
get just no negotiation ability whatsoever, and you get the manager special, and you said something rude to the manager, it'd be like, "Yeah, there's your car right there, Chevy Sonic."
that's
like,
the slap on the
wow.
wrist.
Yeah.
2020
Hope you don't have more than a backpack.
Chevy Sonic MSRP $16,720.
Heavy money.
I mean,
Wow.
Honda Fit all day.
Blazing
I'm fit,
138
How
horsepower
much is
from a
that Corolla?
1.4 liter.
How much is that Corolla hatchback? That thing's
Corolla
That thing's pretty
hatchback
that
like
thing's pretty tight.
20, starting right around 20.
yeah, I'd spring extra for that.
Yeah, certainly would spring extra for that.
I mean, that monthly payment's nothing. You're going from that 16 to that 20. Plus,
Yeah,
you're
20.
not getting a Chevy Sonic, which is the biggest thing.
2020 Corolla hatch, 20,000.
Yeah.
MSRP.
Would certainly spring for that. I would spring for pretty much a plethora of used vehicles in this price range.
So if you were shopping for one, though, now's the time. Get out there, hit that dealer up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Get one
Yeah.
before it's gone, because you
I
might never
have-
have a chance to get a Chevy Sonic
you
again.
can't even get the words out.
Named
I mean,
after the
You're so
hedgehog
choked
himself.
up over it.
I don't know what to do.
Just find the right lot with like 37 of them sitting on there.
Yeah, the Hertz auction.
I don't even know if I see these like.
I rarely
The
see
only
them.
time I,
mean,
ever see him is it Hertz.
Yeah, exactly. But I can't say like when I drive past like a GM dealer, Chevy dealership.
No.
Like they got them lined up on the street. Like, come on
No,
in.
they're just that unnoticeable.
You know in Top Gun, the loaner car that's always like in the distance, Top Gear,
Top gear. Okay, yeah,
the
yeah.
loaner car that's
Yeah.
always like in the distance
Yeah,
haunting
it
them.
follows them.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's a Chevy Sonic at Hertz.
exactly.
Like if I can't work a deal, I'm gonna have to drive that fucking thing,
Yeah.
and that is not good for anybody.
Right.
All right,
Not
let's
very
take a look
welcoming.
here.
What else do we have for news?
I got another news. Young Ben, you find news yet?
The only thing I really found was while I was doing a recall,
On what?
seatbelts on like 6 million cars in the U.S.
Oh wow, that contribution. Chris might want to get rid of that death trap he's driving.
Yeah, what?
Just talking about that.
What-
Jesus.
We were just gloating about it. What year, make, model, etc.
6 million.
All of them.
Yeah.
Everything produced from.
Every
Yeah, 6
goddamn-
million's a lot.
That's
I mean,
a lot.
that's a lot of cars.
That's
Yeah.
a lot of cars.
Is that
Boys,
bigger than Takata?
It's
That's like how many
it's
cheap track hawks they made.
S60, V60, V60 cross country, S90L, V90, V90 cross country,
Their entire lineup.
XC40, XC60.
What Chris get? Is he a V50?
S60.
A 60.
Oh
Yeah,
boy,
it's
he's
a 60.
wow. We better
Yeah,
go disable that
2019
thing.
to 2020.
Ben, run out there and slash the tires on that thing so it doesn't drive it away. Jesus.
Boys, great news. You can get in a 2020 Chevy Sonic for 15 grand.
Hey, that's a
Ooh.
rate.
And
Does
that's the limited.
Does it have CarPlay? though?
Limited.
Limited horsepower.
Does it have
limited
CarPlay?
ability.
I don't even think it has like a
radio?
screen.
Still has a tape deck?
It
No
has a-
radio.
Yeah, it has a backup camera. So I mean, hey, it must have
Well, that's standard.
speakers
That's
somewhere.
federally mandated.
Yeah, yeah.
They
Or else you better believe it wouldn't have one.
They recalled the entire 2019-2020 lineup.
I bet a Chevy
Wow.
Sonic you have to pair your phone to get the backup camera.
It has keyless start, remote start, Apple CarPlay, and Android Auto.
No way.
Wow.
Backup camera, brake assist. Boys, I think
It's fucking loaded.
this thing is fully loaded.
Is that where you're going to replace the
That's
one
loaded up
series
for
with?
15, brand new.
15, brand new.
I think that's a
You
play.
drive it away.
Think about how much good content you'd have.
What
for the
motor is that
podcast.
in that?
It's a 1.4 liter four cylinder. It's nothing. It's nothing from nowhere.
What's it got for power adders? Gasoline?
Yeah, it's nothing from nowhere.
Natural aspirated?
Yeah,
Carbureted.
I mean for 15 grand.
How many miles a gallon she get? How many smiles a
Says
gallon?
28 to 34. Smiles? Probably not many.
Zero.
A lot of-
28 to 34 isn't that good for a car that's
yeah,
small.
a lot of sorrow. It's probably got a 4-speed auto in it. So
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Slushing
And
around
it can
in
also be flipped over by any young, a teenage boy. Just, I'm going to flip this thing on its side today.
Yeah.
Yeah.
there. Oh, wow.
Yeah. With Sonic.
Rest in peace, man.
Yeah. What else do we have for news? Anything?
I got news.
'Kay.
Kia, one of our favorite auto companies,
Stick around
Yeah.
for this.
they can't make enough Tully rides.
Yes.
Oh, I heard
Oh,
that.
wow.
Yeah.
Their enormous SUV.
Yeah. I do see a lot of them on the road.
That's because their initial run was 60,000 a year.
Yep.
They made 100,000 and they still can't meet demand.
Wow.
That's a lot of Tully rides.
And they're not very cheap.
No.
In SUV category.
I tried to buy Kia stock today. Can't. It's only traded in Korea. Fuckers. So, yeah. I mean, what does this say about our world, man?
Everybody loves the
That's
SUV.
a giant SUV.
Yeah.
Are we getting back to the days we're going to get to giant vehicles? What I'm saying is, can we now have a new Ford Excursion with a 4-cylinder turbo that's going to make as much horsepower as the previous Ford Excursion V8? What those things make, like 250 horsepower? Like, you don't even have to try to get that out of a 4-cylinder now.
5,000.
Wasn't the Excursion just the V10 and the 7.3?
No, if it was just the V10, it would have never left it alive.
It wouldn't
Those
even
things
have-
all exploded.
Yeah.
Or the 7.3s were great.
The diesel, right?
Yeah,
So maybe it was a Triton V10 for the gasser.
I think so
Wasn't it
because
Triumph?
I'm pretty sure it's the Expedition that, or is
Get on that. Get me the horsepower in an Excursion, because I think that's the next hot thing to buy. New Excursion, 4-cylinder turbo. It's going to blow away the old 10.
Has 5,000 pound towing capacity. A 4-cylinder turbo.
Just
Tow your boat.
Tow your boat. Just don't get a big boat. Everybody knows.
Yeah. Yeah.
What do we got, young Ben?
okay. So it had the V8 and the V10.
What the V8 make for HPs though?
240.
I'm going 290.
Oh, it's less.
Less?
Yeah,
I bet the V10 made 310.
it's the V10. I don't. It's why don't you?
Let's see. We're trying to get Ford Excursion horsepower. V8. How much did I say? 280?
You said 290.
290 and 310 from the V10.
The Triton?
Yeah.
The Almighty.
Yeah, because, well, it was a Kia color ride, so it's big and it's got a little engine. So what if Ford brings back the Excursion,
Triton.
puts a turbo 4-banger in it, it probably make more horsepower than the 10 or
What
the
about
8.
the EcoBoost 6?
Well, we're talking.
We're talking like
Excursion.
everybody wants giant truck, small motor. That's how you
So-
get mileage.
Triton V10, 6.8 liter, right? At 6.8 output of 362 horsepower.
360, all right.
362.
That's Ferrari horsepower. what that V8 make though.
What was that V8 called?
I don't know.
It's the Triton V8. It's the
It's also
5.4.
it's writing 5.4.
Well,
Matt Isgrove says 255 horsepower.
yeah. It's the same.
uh-oh. We got a clashing of Googling going on right now.
235 horsepower.
235. So you could easily make a new Excursion,
Yep.
put a 4-cylinder in it, get 1 trillion miles a gallon, which apparently is now 30, which we've somehow gone that far back in the past.
Yeah.
And yeah, you'd have exactly the same power Excursion as you ever had.
This is the slow approach of the old companies brainwashing everyone to think 30 miles a gallon
It's good.
is good.
Right.
Yeah, they got to do something.
Some scary stuff. But yeah, that's what I was saying. See, the Telluride's huge, and they can't sell enough of them. So we'll be back to America like when I was in junior high school. Everybody just gets the biggest truck they possibly can.
Yeah.
This gas is cheap, baby, and it's never going up again no matter what.
And we don't have to worry about it. Yeah.
Oh, my God. Oh, my God.
We're gonna make it.
Oh, you can get in front of the camera. It's all right.
Yeah, it's okay.
I mean, when your brother was looking, he was shopping.
Tellurides,
for
and I told him,
family, and they liked it a lot, but like they were so hard on the price. It was like, yeah, like you're lucky we even have this one for you to drive.
you're lucky
like,
we even talked to you in the dealership.
yeah.
My brother dealt with that. Left. I told him he didn't love his family if he bought a Kia Telluride.
Dude, I'm telling you, man.
Starting at 31,890.
Yeah, there you go.
They're
Big
everywhere.
boy, 3
They are
row.
I
everywhere.
think Kia's coming up in the world.
I was saying to Josh, I tried to buy the stock, but you can't buy it on Robinhood because it's Korean trading.
Really?
It's only on the Cozy.
Ever since we went to that,
Hot and spicy event.
Caliente event. That's it. That was the
Mucho
one. They
caliente.
fucking- boop.
Kelly, Kia put their foot down and said, "Hey, we're staking our claim here.
They need.
We're here to stay."
I was
They
about to
need-
be a shareholder.
Yeah.
They need a cool little hot hatch, or cool something below the Stinger. That's cool.
I keep seeing Stingers. They look hard on road.
Have
I-
you seen the interior on the Stinger?
Yeah.
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 Oh yeah.
Nice.
Is it
Yeah.
really nice?
Corey and I got to mess with one at the auto show, and we were
like
just,
an hour.
We were just like, all right, I'm in on this thing. Like,
Rumor has it the guy who designed the C7 A6 left Audi, went to Kia and designed the interior.
you could see it.
Yeah, that makes
You
sense.
could 100% see it.
Even in the
yeah.
material, I was like, kind of, I do this thing where you touch things with my nails to kind of like how. So like, is it loud?
I'm laughing because I do the same.
Yeah.
exact thing.
Is it loud? Like whatever. And everything I touched was soft touch. It was like either maybe not quote unquote wrapped in something, but it was soft touch or squishy, or was like everything was kind of a sound absorption or like no squeaks possible. But then I found out, we talked about it. They had like issues with their wiring harnesses, so they had to like start replacing big recalls on a bunch of wiring harness, like full interior looms. That's a nightmare.
That's awful.
That's a fucking nightmare.
So bad.
Yeah, which is a bummer. But
You know what? Can't win them all, but they do look great. I see them on the road all the time. I'm like, what the hell is that? I'm like,
Yeah.
Kia Stinger. Fuck.
it's a Stinger, man.
Yeah.
I mean, they look hard in that gray color.
That, I saw the gray color today. It was coming down the road. I was like, God damn, was that a Rari?
Yeah.
Or a white one. White looks
White
pretty
ones
good.
look good.
White? Yeah.
They have just enough little accents to them.
Yeah.
That make
They
you
got
go,
those
"Ooh,
Knocker Ducks on the hood. I'm
What
like,
would that be?
Even their
who this is?
their like little sedan lineup they got going there. Their redesign of them and kind of their outside styling is really kind of making like it gives you a premium appearance for not
Right.
that premium price.
Right. Right.
So
There we go.
don't
Yeah,
know.
looking right. I don't think they sold very many of them, though, right?
The
Was it-
Stingers?
Weren't they having a problem selling initially? Didn't we
Stingers?
talk about that?
Oh yeah, big problem. Big problem. Big problem.
Lots of money. They were lots of money.
Yeah, they are. They're very expensive. For what I
Oh
believe.
Jesus! This was in April, but the headline of this article is Kia Stinger rumored to be on the ropes as sales continue to decline.
Absolutely. Yeah, because I believe it was you brought up the quote unquote facelift.
Yes.
And we were like, well, are they just going to take all the ones that are on the lot and put the new bumper on them?
Right.
Boom.
Or what? But apparently there's a ton of money on the hood of these things
Just
to go get them.
Dougie D. Yeah, what Dougie D?
Dougie D. In bringing it back to Chuck's brother when he was trying to get the Telluride, he just kind of brought up because the Stinger was there and kind of brought up and talking to salesman. Salesman's like, yeah, it was like fucking $12,000 on the hood of this thing. Like, you just trying to make a move on it. And he's like,
Right.
I don't think it's best for the family right now.
Yeah. Can you fit the fam in this?
I mean, you could, but I mean, it's not.
It's not as practical
No.
as a. Yeah. I get it. I get
Yeah.
it to a certain extent.
So,
Still not cool like
shout out to Kia.
sub world, but shouts to Kia. Shouts to Kia and the Habanero. What else do we have for news? I have no news.
I
so
saw an article today, just I was browsing through, and it's about how you could buy a used Focus RS for the price of like a new Mazda Turbo Speed 3 thing.
Yes.
It's like, are you guys just going to ignore everything about Focus RSs? Like the nightmares they were to
the
own
problems
and nobody
and the,
liked them?
What was it? The
They're uncomfortable inside. Like
what was the main? It was a big coolant problem, right?
Yeah,
It's a head
they had the
gasket.
wrong head
Head-
gaskets
okay,
on, which
yeah.
isn't great from the factory.
Yeah.
And then someone in the comments was like, you can just buy a used Golf R, which had none of those issues.
Yeah,
And as much as my hatred of Volkswagen goes deep, that is the best possible move
bit
in
more
that category.
reliable.
Oh my God.
Probably a bit nicer interior wise for
A
sure.
bit? Yeah.
Yeah. Seats more comfortable, make you not want to not sit in them.
Same price, probably runs for longer.
Right.
Yeah, those RSs had some problems.
Yeah.
Sweet cars though.
So cool, right? But
Super cool if you wanna deal with it.
yeah,
Nice second car.
I'd like to deal with.
I mean,
Fiestas too.
they rectified them, right? So the
Yeah, but I think the dealer markup plus all of the first gens braking or what looks like they
it
all
wasn't
broke,
a good
I don't
out the
think they
gate
did.
for them.
No, so I don't think they had very much luck after that.
No, but I mean, I wonder if
They're probably
you get
they're
one
probably
used,
great. Yep.
right? Head gasket thing's been fixed. Say you're the exact right size down to the quarter inch it needs to fit in that seat to be comfortable.
Yes.
It's probably great.
Oh, it's probably a great car. It's supposed to be really, really rough to ride on the road, but you're buying the RS, baby.
I mean, shouts to a listener of ours, TK. I mean, he actually has detailed. Oh my God, it looks good. He loves it.
What color?
Loves it. White. Looks like a fucking stormtrooper helmet.
Yeah, I love it.
Yeah.
I
incredible.
drove one. We talked about the podcast
Yeah.
back in the day. I tried to buy them, but it was cheaper to buy an M5. So
That's true.
thank you, dealer markup.
How
yeah.
about,
And that M5 motor fared fine.
I was gonna say,
Yeah.
how about that motor
It didn't get totally replaced a couple weeks ago
Yeah.
for free.
for the price of an RS?
Yeah.
Yeah,
yeah.
actually more.
Um,
So yeah, I saw that. I thought that was funny. They released some pictures of the new Bronco interior, and I think of the Bronco since we last spoke.
3 of them.
Yeah.
right?
Three of
Some
them.
silhouettes.
I'll tell you what.
Sport, something or other, and something or other.
The Bronco interior looks like a Bronco interior.
Yeah.
Does it?
If you had said, Chuck, draw me the Bronco interior, I'd been like, here you go, and it would have been spot the fuck on. Yeah, it's just a Ford interior. It's fine.
Yeah, it's gonna work.
Right.
Yeah.
It's there to work.
No thrills.
But I'll tell you what the Bronco did get me going. That 2-door Bronco with the
Yeah.
convertible.
Yeah,
Oh,
right?
boy.
When's that thing being
That
released?
looks hard.
That's this month,
the
right?
13th, not on O.J. Simpson's birthday. It's coming out the 13th. Yeah.
Right. I wasn't even
They
making
were
a joke.
that was their initial, I don't know OJ's birthday off the top of my head. Shame on me. But that was their initial release date, and
I
they
think it
moved it
was
to the
yesterday.
13th.
The 9th or
Seventh.
might have been.
I mean,
yeah,
you guys
something
know his
like
birthday
that.
off the top of your heads.
Yeah,
Big
he's-
sports fans.
Big
Right.
fan.
Yeah.
True crime.
Naked Gun fans.
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, Naked Gun.
Shouts
God,
to
what a
Naked
roll.
Gun.
Big shouts to
All
Leslie
like
Nielsen.
4 or 5 of those.
But yeah, I mean, that 2-door Bronco looks the business. Well, the outline they showed of it. Like,
Yeah.
I haven't seen any real pictures of it.
I think Jeep's gonna have their hands full.
Yeah, maybe.
I'm a Ford guy, man. I gotta toe the company line.
Oh, I know.
How's that stock doing?
That's
Oh, man, tanking.
today.
Not a good
It's
day.
all the
Monday
Charlie
was a good
Tanks
day.
over here.
Monday was on top of things. Monday,
Not for when I bought it, it wasn't.
Monday was looking pretty. I had everything in the green on Monday.
I've never had anything in the green since we started doing this stupid stock thing.
How's Tesla?
Oh, yeah, but Tesla's not on this.
Okay.
But yes, Tesla went absolutely bananas. It was like 1,400. Now it's done to 1,374.
Oh, gee, like my God, it just continues.
Yeah,
But
Ford's currently at 608.
yeah.
Matter of
It's
fact,
getting
let me-
closer to what I bought it for. That's a revival stock minute.
Yeah.
My investment portfolio on this silly app.
I enjoy the app quite a bit.
I
Look
do
at the
too.
chart.
It's called Robinhood.
That flatlines my initial investment. All the dips below it
You're killing
is
it.
how fucked
Good
I'm
for
getting
you.
right now. Yeah.
Good job.
Just
I'm out $85.
just for kicks. Nissan once again down 1.49% today.
Yeah, I mean, Nissan might be getting to the point where you want it. I would tell you I was going to buy Kia, but I can't buy it on this app because it only trades on the Korean market.
We haven't dove into that market yet.
I don't think, judging by my performance on this app, I am not proficient enough to start diving into international markets. I'm getting wrecked, ladies and gentlemen, getting wrecked.
What else do we have for
For
the
news, I got very exciting news.
Uh-oh.
Toyota talking about their new TRD Pro lineup,
Yes.
releasing a new color called Lunar Rock.
Gray.
Is it gray?
It's like a white,
Mineral?
off-white with some green or blue in it.
Green or blue?
I don't know.
Dealer's
It
choice.
looks pretty green. It looks pretty green to me, but
Yeah.
I think it might be a little blue. Let's face it. Toyota recently has been knocking out of the park with the colors,
Oh, they
especially
really
on the TRD Pro
yes.
shit.
Yes.
Like the sand they did, the
Yeah.
gray. They do a really nice job, and this looks like it's going to be up there. in hot colors to paint your imported Japanese car. That's all. I mean, they released a bunch of other TRD Pro stuff, but I simply don't care. I do like Toyota, but it's just like I like the color.
Yeah.
That's about it. So
Yeah.
They nailed the color. Whoever works in that department.
yeah, the color department's really
That's
knocking
up
out
to
the
you.
park.
Shouts to Toyota. Still waiting on your email reply, even
Yeah.
though you answered my call last week.
Could we get one in Lunar Rock, please?
Yes.
Or Crack Rock?
That one's a little yellowy.
It's got this opaque
goes that Toyota
yellowness
call.
to it. Crack.
crack there.
Shouts to Toyota. What could have been?
A wonderful relationship.
Blossoming. Just fucking
A
blossoming.
healthy one. A healthy one.
Hey, do we know if Defenders exist in America yet?
Defenders, they do not.
They do not. Okay.
No.
I just
Not
want to see
that
one.
I'm aware. Yeah, I don't know.
It says no one's ever gone to
Like IRL.
Range Rover dealer. Nobody knows, but
Where do they exist? Where's their Range Rover dealer?
Sudbury?
I don't know, buddy.
Who?
Sudbury up in Mass.
Sudbury.
This,
I'm gonna take that
maybe
trip.
I was wrong. This
Make-
says spring 2020.
Well, we're-
Nailed
we're-
it.
We're deep into that. Maybe they
Perhaps-
exist. Maybe we just live in too poor of an area to see them.
Or
I know I
perhaps,
am, but-
their plans got a bit pushed
Yes, they
back.
do, says Isgro. So they do exist. We had to go up to Sudbury.
Wow.
I just want to see them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I like old Defenders. I think they look cool as hell. Even up to like the previous model, I love. The new ones look a little round, but maybe I'm in.
Oh, we can go to Norwood. There's 5 or 6.
Norwood.
I know exactly where that is. Right on the side of a Jaguar dealership.
Jaguar?
Yeah.
They,
Reliable
and
next
we-
to reliable.
And we can visit
and
our
then there's
buddy
a fire
at
department between the two of them.
Yeah.
And then, and on the other side of that is Ferrari Maserati.
Yeah.
And Nissan.
TD's has seen a
Nissan
few.
thrown in there
Shout
too.
out to TD's.
Yeah.
Wow, in that case, Nissan's a good play. Wow. Go stock.
Of that small little part of the world, if you will.
We got any hookups at the old Range dealership in Norwood? Let us know.
Oof, yeah.
We're trying to put eyes on that.
I don't
Nobody
know anybody there.
Nobody
Yeah,
that listens to English likes English cars has ever
We'll just
listened
send
to this
English
podcast.
Ben in there.
That's a tough call.
Send-
Oh man,
send Ben
got the
in there
legit
first.
accent.
Yeah. Have him work his magic.
That's the strongest play I could possibly think of.
Have him work his magic. And then who knows? Maybe we can,
Our man Raymond in
get him
the
works.
in the chat says his neighbor's got one.
Go out there and take a picture for us.
Yeah, bring it down here.
Yeah. You
Listen,
can
we'll put you in the shawarma order, man.
yeah. Send a picture on the snap.
Yeah, let me get that.
You can snap young Ben.
Isgro, his buddy Mikey.
Well, it seems like a lot
Buddy
of people have
Mikey.
these all of a sudden.
Mikey, does Mikey have one or is he the guy at the place?
He's at the dealer.
Isgro says just talk to me. We have to
Okay.
talk to Isgro.
Isbro
right.
gets things done.
Isgro, yeah, Isgro, get Mikey on the line, buddy.
Yeah, Mikey.
Hey, Mikey.
He likes it.
Yeah.
We promise not to do that. But we'd like to check one out, buddy. If you can make that happen, we'll be up there immediately. We'll
Yeah.
go up there right after this. We'll
I
get
know
shawarma
exactly
in one.
where it is. Yeah, yeah. Well, you let
Is
us-
that right next to the Porsche
let us
dealership?
take
Our
us-
boys at Porsche
not
Norwood?
too far. About 3 minutes.
Love those guys.
Yeah,
Shout out to
yeah.
Strobel,
Yeah.
the God.
Maybe we can take the take on over to the Land Rover dealership. Put young Ben, not young Ben.
No.
he
Young Ben's
says-
not coming,
he
guys.
says
Young Ben's
nowhere
not
near
coming.
this. No, you have to stay in a different fucking county. Get Ben out there and,
You got to talk to Isgro. Isgro says.
yes.
Isgro's going to get you in touch with Mikey. We'll go see Mikey.
And
Love
Mikey
Young
will
Ben
like
drive
it.
Yeah, and check out a Defender. Maybe they'll let us take it home for the night.
Yeah.
Doubtful.
Give me a 24-hour test drive.
What else do we have for news? Anything?
For news.
I don't know. Do we got
That's
anything
it,
else?
man. Do we got any videos or anything? I don't have any
I didn't
real
watch
videos.
anything. Nothing
Yeah.
important came out. Go
Uh,
rewatch revival videos.
Yeah. Watch those.
Nobody's watched videos.
Young Ben, you watched any videos that we can?
Young
actually
Ben left like
discuss?
half an hour ago.
He's not there.
Oh, did he? He left.
He's
You guys
drooling.
watch car stuff on YouTube?
I pretty much watch Grand Tour and Top Gear on repeat.
My
Okay.
guy.
Fair enough.
So
Yeah.
nothing on
Yeah.
YouTube.
Well, everybody they all know the hell out of me. I can't
Yeah.
watch any of those guys.
Yeah.
Right. Being
Okay.
professionally involved, it's tough.
Yeah. That's fair.
No, I don't think it's that. It's just I'm old and impatient.
That's like someone dropping a brake caliper on a line and saying you got to replace the whole thing.
You
know?
can't wait 13 minutes to figure out what's inside the box.
Absolutely not.
What's in the bag?
Yeah.
Young Ben, you see any car videos?
Mostly watching like Jimmy fixing up the Honda.
The Civic,
Shout to Jimmy, oh.
Nissanda.
Yeah.
Nissan.
The Nissan. Man, I hope to see that sometime very soon.
Yeah, he's getting it ready for some track event that he's going to this week.
Sweet.
Yeah.
Well, I'll tell you what.
Can't wait to see the video.
Your boy's trying to see that.
Yeah.
Actually, that was a lie. You turned me on to Harry's Garage.
Harry's Garage.
And I
Harry's
really
great.
like-
Because
that
he's
guy's
very-
awesome.
I
he's
could have called you
very,
like him. Yeah,
yeah.
he's very he's the man.
What about
Yeah.
Terrell? You like Terrell? He's the guy who does the work for him.
Sure. No idea.
Okay. Well, I mean, if you like Harry, you probably would like the gentleman. His name's Tyrell. Tyrell's Classic Workshop.
It's literally Harry's garage, but more technical.
Totally on board with that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this guy's like been doing fine European automobiles, like the bad ones, like Lamborghinis and Ferraris, for
So he's paid his
decades.
dues then.
Yeah, dude, he's paid his dues
Yeah,
already.
he did a video. I believe it came out yesterday on like the Bentley T2.
Oh my god, I saw that video. I was like, that
I
car's
didn't-
so bad. I don't want to know anything about it.
He talked about like that's what got him to where he's at today.
Is it really?
Yeah, so I gotta
Alright,
watch it.
fucking
Report back, but
Old Ian Tyrell there.
Yeah.
It's where he cut his teeth, if you will.
Cut his teeth
Yeah.
on the Bentley T2.
Yeah.
Tough times.
yeah.
Obviously in the UK. None of that shit comes here. There's a neighbor. I drive by every day. I drive by a Bentley just in a garage. It's this red old Bentley. I should just pull over and be like, listen, you trying to sell that heap of shit?
I'll give you $5,000 for it right now.
Your boy's got a little money for you. I hope it's a T.
What's that?
The T ones, I think all the T ones had turbos. Well, that's what I tell myself.
Okay.
So like Continental T.
Yeah, I think there's a turbo on that.
I don't know.
I'm trying to
Bentayga-
dive into what's going on over
Bentayga
here.
T.
Young Ben looks like he's doing something. Young Ben, you come up with the news or something? What are you doing over there?
I'm looking at cars.
Oh, what you see? You got anything?
No, not really. Well, there was a $25,000 Viper.
$25,000 Viper. Now we're getting closer. What are we talking?
I think it's a scam.
It's a first gen, but it needs.
An engine.
It was
Needs
getting
more pickup
worked on
truck
at a
suspension.
shop, and it had its supercharger stolen from it.
Send that link to Isgro. He'll buy it.
Yeah, send that to
It-
Isgro.
The motor was built by Jim Bowden.
Old
Racing
Jimmy
motors.
Bowden.
Yeah.
No idea who that is. Do
Sounds-
you know who that is?
Built to run 25 pounds of boost off the supercharger.
Yeah, what's not? 25 pounds booster off a supercharger?
Yeah.
That's a pulley.
Half inch.
Yeah, I was saying, no,
It's just the nut.
it's no wonder why the supercharger is no longer intact.
Jesus.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it didn't get stolen. It blew right the fuck off.
That supercharger landed on Mars. Holy shit.
All
That'd
right.
be incredible. So, but it runs otherwise? Just no supercharger? Just open?
Yeah, it's fine.
And then it's missing like the front bumper and side skirts.
Was this at a shop called Hennessy Performance? By any chance?
I
It
believe
sounds like something
No,
from my
it's-
past internet.
I believe there's the
local
side
to-
skirts are
Sounds like a
just
deal.
the exhaust. Like
Yeah.
the first
no,
gen.
the coverings over the.
Oh, okay. So the don't burn your legs.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, don't.
Isgro
Because
says
it was
someone
at a-
stole
I
the
think it was at a
supercharger, so
body
it's stock
shop.
again.
Because they said it was getting painted and stuff.
Wow, you really got a lot of story on this
So
car.
Yeah,
putting
there we go.
money
Reading the
into
description. I was
25, what color?
Yellow.
Oh, I'm in.
No, I
A
couldn't-
yellow
no.
Viper,
Yellow
dude.
Viper.
Hit that guy with a low ball offer. Tell him we'll give him 7.
I don't have a face big enough for the smile I would have.
What color
A
is your
yellow Viper.
Yellow-
I just have it towed to meets and stand in front of it.
you want to talk about asshole?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm just waiting for the supercharger to go on. That's
Little
like,
do we know, it's a yellow Viper with red interior.
yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, ketchup and mustard looks great with your H2.
And blue
My
racing
yellow
stripes.
H2.
Yeah.
You just look like a Frankfurt bouncing around the fucking town.
Yo, let me get that ketchup and mustard
Yeah.
finish.
Not a Viper.
Young Ben's coming into the shot, bringing the picture.
It's the Oscar Mayer wheel.
Young Ben.
Right, is it a
Oh
Wienermobile?
my God. I pay 25 for that right now. Let me see that.
Awful. Just awful.
Dude, it looks so good.
100?
Oh my, no, there's no motor at all. Oh, the motor's out of it.
Oh, wow. That sounds
Oh, just put an LS. in there.
problematic. That sounds
Only one of 545 ever produced. 2002 Viper RT10. It was a supercharged show car. The car's not wrecked. The body is perfect. Just needs the front bumper and side covers reinstalled. Does
And-
that
and
mean
the motor.
perfect?
So it's definitely perfect.
Yeah.
Definitely perfect. The
Mint
backstory.
just needs.
yeah.
The supercharge was added. The rear half shafts were upgraded. The engine is valued at $15,000. Yeah.
Who
By
values that?
Yeah, by who? The guy selling it?
By
The guy
Dodge,
selling it.
Dodge MSRP.
During the process of having the engine rebuilt, the front bumper, side panels, and supercharger were removed to install the new engine. Unfortunately, during this process, the front bumper, side panels, and superchargers were stolen at the shop there. The car was sitting. Well, shouldn't the shop grab you a new supercharger then?
Yeah.
that-
Isn't that
In
what
light
it-
of all the years of work and over $100,000 invested in the car over the years, interest was lost in putting the car back together. What you're buying, a complete 32,000-mile RT10 Viper, electronically sound and working, show body and paint, ultra clean chassis, brand new rebuilt, never fired, numbers matching V10 from Jim Bowen Racing, still wrapped in the plastic, never installed, street drivable but built to handle turbo or supercharged applications. So
No title.
what
I
you're
was gonna
buying
say,
is a complete 32,000-mile Viper without bumpers, side things, or an engine installed.
or a VIN.
Yeah, I don't know about that, man. That's awesome.
Sound investment, young Ben.
Mods don't add value. You're goddamn right.
I'm sure your insurance company would be delighted when you called them to fucking put
Yeah,
insurance on
and
that
it's
thing.
yellow. They just hang up the phone. It's a complete car, except all the
Yeah,
stuff it's missing.
except everything.
Well, that sounds like a deal. Someone jump on that. If you buy that,
Where is that?
Hit us up.
Craigslist or where
yeah,
is
how
that?
local is that?
Facebook. It's Maryland.
No, that guy doesn't.
close.
That guy's not a listener.
Close enough. Yeah, he won't hear this. I think with that said, we can get into our
Yes, please.
main topic.
That's how Josh speaks when he's not on the
That's
radio.
it. Yeah, it's that last
Hello,
voice
guys.
is my real voice. Our main topic is broke status. Club
Hey.
broke status. What's the better way to say it? Club broke status or broke status?
Broke Status
Is there
Club.
a preferred method?
We just kind of say broke status, but it doesn't really matter, really.
So, anybody who is listening, and you've been in the Volkswagen Audi scene, pretty much in the world, for the past 15 years,
Yeah, give her 2005, I believe. Yeah.
at some point you've probably seen, heard, read about, watched, participated in something involving club broke status, with multiple cars in PVW, all from the club.
Yep.
Multiple events. You at one
Yeah.
point were literally like all over the place.
Yeah,
That's
those
where
were a
you
lot
boys
of
are
fun.
from.
Yeah, that was all Josh. He's the brain power behind that one. He won't say it, but he is.
So, what do you want to get? Let's get into the club itself first. So, when was the initial start date?
2005. I think it was Memorial Day weekend.
So there was a definitive
Yeah, it was me, Jay, D. We were just kind of hanging around, drinking some beer. Well, D doesn't drink, so we're just hanging around, working on D's car. We just had this brainchild, and it just kind of spiraled out of control.
And I mean, what was there initial? Was there an initial plan?
No,
Was there?
There was
right,
never a
it was
plan.
just.
there was never a plan. Period.
It was,
a
a, it was a
plan.
name and some buddies.
Yeah,
I was just
yeah,
gonna say the
exactly.
best is just organic, natural
Yeah, more or less.
stuff.
Yeah,
So what did you guys do at first?
screwed up our own cars. Just messed them all up.
How far along into the club did the idea for the broke down shows?
Oh, geez, 5-6 years maybe. Give or
Yeah,
take.
I don't even remember really now.
So-
what the
so-
first one
that's a
was.
different life at this point.
Right.
So what? That was 2008 or 9 was the first show.
Yeah, I want to say 8.
So like
2008.
4 years.
What sparked that?
I think we were just, of course, drinking beers.
Hanging around drinking beers.
Decided, hey, let's do a show. That could be easy. It was awful. Not easy at all. We had to try, find a new location every single show because it kept just growing
Yeah.
Right.
and growing.
Right. So what were their first show? How many people?
Oh,
And where was it actually?
first show was at KTR, which was an awesome spot. They were really cool.
Was that the one in
In
like
Air.
in
In Air,
Industrial
yeah.
Park? Or
No,
that
that
was
was
the
the second
second
one.
Okay.
The first one was at KTR, where they have like all these vintage race cars.
They were a Noble dealer. Like
Yeah,
KTR was
they
one
were-
of the craziest
They were
places.
still doing
Yeah,
Nobles at the
Scott.
time.
Franz was still working there.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
And grew that out the first 2 hours.
Oh, yeah.
We were
So how
parking on the street.
many people showed up? Do you think?
Oh, I don't know.
I don't even remember.
I think it was like 500-600, something like that.
Oh,
Yeah,
Jesus.
they were
it was-
parking out on the street.
It was just pure stress. So
Right. Yeah.
Because we didn't.
unenjoyable. Yeah.
We didn't tell the police we were doing it. We didn't tell anybody. No,
Right.
So
So
we have
suddenly,
shutting down streets.
Yeah.
It was an absolute disaster.
I think I made it to this. I didn't make it a KTR one, but I dealt with Franz a couple times. But I made it to the second one. In
He is a
that,
god with cars.
oh, I still like have stuff I have to do. Like if I'm gonna do anything to my M3, like Franz is the only guy to do standalones.
Absolutely
He can
amazing.
tune everything. He's even then. Like I think it was 2004 when he tuned my car. He was just like untouchable. I still remember some other shop in Connecticut that's long dead. Totally fucked the tune up. I had a standalone nobody knew about. And then Franz, and this is Franz from Diebold Autosport. He's still down in like the
Virginia, I think.
down like near Philly, VAC. He's down that way.
Yeah.
And he's just a master at tuning and just knows everything about cars. So I remember he's been like, yeah, the gap's wrong on your plugs. It's blowing the spark out. We'll fix that. But I remember talking to him, having him work on my stuff, and then going to that show you had at the second one.
Yeah, up in that was in New Hampshire.
Whose shop? That was somebody's shop,
I
right?
don't
was,
remember what shop
Tricked
it
Out.
was. Was it?
Tricked Out Motorsports, yeah. And I remember going there, and they had they had like a dyno. They were doing dyno pulls.
Yeah,
that was
a couple
there was like a
buildings down.
JDM shop down the street.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because I remember they were charging for dyno pulls, and there was some guy with a supercharged E36 M3, and I just got my 1 Series chipped, and he was telling me how fast the car is, and my car made like 100 more horsepower than it. And his wife was like, "Why did his make more horsepower than yours?" I was like, the guy was like 60 years old. I was like, "Oh, he's gonna be so fucking mad." But that was such a fun show, man. That whole industrial part
I think
was, really
was
cool.
full of cars.
That
Yeah.
was the coolest layout because everything was tiered.
It was
Oh,
spread
so
out, right,
cool.
right,
It was
and there
really
was
cool layout.
elevation changes, and yeah.
Yeah.
But you guys were way beyond the
Oh, we
capacity
got
of that
shut
place.
down that day.
Yeah, they did shut us
Yeah,
down.
the fire department came and said no more.
What?
Jesus.
Just too many people? Everybody
Yeah.
go home, or
no,
how?
they didn't tell us to go home, but they were just like, no more cars.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what?
Because we thought that was going to be a huge spot.
It was. It's just
Right.
it's a huge amount of
Just,
cars,
yeah,
man.
not big enough.
Those are fun shows. So those are like
Those were the.
they were like super community oriented.
Yeah,
You know what I
that
mean?
was
It's
the
just
whole-
people
that's what
you
it was
knew and
about,
bullshitted
yeah.
with. It was awesome.
I was going to say that's right. That's how it formed.
Yeah.
Our relationship stems from that
Yeah, 100%,
show or
yeah.
those shows, and you guys in particular, and that's what it was all about. I mean, it still is for us, and but you know we understand that there's some other shit going on.
Right.
So when did the show like come to be? It was it just like finally you guys are hanging out. What was your ritual? Because that was kind of like a Thursday thing, right?
Yeah, we used to hang out at Starbucks, have some coffee, and then head to whatever bar would accept 40, 50 people
Okay, so it was that deep going out on,
Oh,
a,
yeah.
on a, every week,
every week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
and you had people from other countries come visit, right?
Yeah, it was pretty awesome.
At sometimes we know how that all
yeah, a couple
shakes
of them are
out.
still here.
Yeah, a couple of them stood. we imported them for good. So that's what it was about, just hanging out,
Yeah, just
drinking
having a good
beer,
time.
talking cars, and
We had a great time with people. Just wanted to share it with as many people as possible, really.
then it just stemmed from there.
Yeah.
What were some of the difficult things about the shows at first?
Every
Besides
single
everything.
thing possible. Just trying to pull it off for free with free
Yeah.
admittance. That was
Right.
awful.
That was the biggest thing. It was
Right,
making
because
it,
I forgot about that. It was
trying
just
to make
entirely
it free.
yeah,
It's
donations
donations,
only.
yeah.
Yeah.
Right.
But yeah, it was one of the. It started at you have H2O and you got to spend how much money to get an H2O
Right.
and all that stuff. So we're like, why don't we do something free?
Yep.
Get everybody together.
And that's actually why we killed it, because the last year was more of like H2O syndrome, where it was just burnouts and donuts in the parking lot,
Yeah.
just pure disrespect.
I think that's a very good. There's something to that because it's
Yeah.
not necessarily your fault or something you guys did. That same time frame. When was the last one?
10?
10.
Well, that's why
So-
we killed it, because at that point we'd have to pay for details, and then we'd have to charge
Yeah.
entry. And like, no, that's not what the show's about. It's
But
done.
even that same time, that 2010, 2011, and then ultimately 2012, all the way every show was
yeah, it was like it's a waterfall of
was just being
catastrophe.
taken over by just asshats essentially.
Yeah.
And
When did
kinda
Instagram start? Like,
right around that time.
Yeah.
It wasn't 10, 11, something like that.
Was it that early?
Who'd have
Shit,
thought?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah probably.
I believe so. Yeah, I believe it was 2011, 2012.
Yeah, but that's when it fell off for everybody. I mean,
Yeah, it wasn't
I remember
just-
you guys quit it. It was like, yeah, well, I understand that because it just sucks. Like you
Yeah.
said, you got to start charging, and then you got to start charging a ton of money because you need all these. You're gonna need people to control these idiots that show up.
We
And
gave
you-
every single dime we made, we gave to the airport to repair.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Like, we took nothing. Nothing. at
Wow,
all.
because there was so
But
let's
we
actually
just felt bad for them because they were upset and like we didn't like that. Oh, we didn't condone either. Here's everything.
Yeah.
Just take
Someone
everything.
climbed on the roof. I remember that. Like on the roof of like one of the hangars.
Yeah.
And I remember Tom, like shot to talk motorcycles.
Yeah.
I've never seen him so angry. Like full blown rage. Like
rightfully
full-blown
so.
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
oh
not
yeah,
like
right. No,
Alex
no,
Sarah.
rightfully so. But I was just like, whoa, what is going on? Like this is
Same with my buddy Scott. I don't know if you ever Scott with a huge beard, always wears a kilt. He was so mad, and I think he was wearing a kilt at the time. And in hindsight, it was absolutely hilarious seeing it. But he was just screaming at kids doing burnouts. Just
Right.
stop.
It's just, I mean, it was very clear. Like,
Yeah.
look, this is a municipality that doesn't belong to anybody.
And
other
the people
than,
from the town were there.
right.
They were
So
all watching.
just
all
like,
this.
yeah,
Yeah.
just try to be on your best behavior. And unfortunately,
Yeah, and the biggest thing about the airport too was they actually didn't charge us. They just accepted a donation.
So
Right.
whatever we took into the door.
So
we
whatever
gave them.
was
Yeah.
right. There was
It was a really awesome relationship, and they were kind of bummed that we canceled it, but they understood it.
Yep.
Because obviously they liked the money.
yeah. But then I'm sure they could see the risk associated
Oh, yeah,
with it
yeah.
because
It was like, yes, but
right, not the biggest deal.
they were awesome. They were absolutely incredible.
Was it Euro only? It wasn't, right? But
No, I mean,
it was predominantly Euro stuff, mostly Volkswagen
Yeah.
stuff that
Yeah.
showed up, Volkswagen Audi.
Mostly, yeah, but we kind of let
Let anybody in.
Yeah.
Because I think that's become a way of well, sometimes it works, but it become a way of prevention at some shows. It's expensive to get in. I'm not going to take my shit box there and fuck everything
Right.
up. But there are lots of people with plenty of money that just come to fuck
We
everything
always
up.
build it as a glorified get together.
Right.
A show.
Big G2G.
What were some of the prerequisites, if you will, for being in the club?
Hang out for a year and see if you get along with everybody. If you do, cool, you're in.
Did the car matter? Not
No.
level, but was it all Euro only?
No.
Okay.
That didn't matter at all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Not one bit.
What? It's gonna be a tough one. What's your favorite part of the club?
Just all the people I got to meet. And I learned a lot of life lessons from it,
Yep.
Who to trust, who not to trust. And like most people are out there are generally pretty awesome.
Yep.
Just got to get to know them. I mean,
Yeah.
that's it really.
Yeah.
Just,
Some
just
people
life
aren't.
lessons.
It was
Yeah.
always good
Yeah,
hanging
some
out
people
with
aren't the
everybody.
best.
It's I mean, I know it. I understand slightly. It can become a
Oh, it was a behemoth.
right, because that's I truly mean like when I said earlier when I was introducing what we're going to talk about in the VW Audi world, in the PVW world, like you guys were like worldwide. It was
Yeah, but I don't think even now that's never really clicked. We're
like
just-
clicked with you guys,
yeah, we're
right?
just doing
I mean, I
whatever.
get it's kind of difficult to see because we don't, it's not like you're,
But we didn't care, and we were just having fun.
Yeah.
Everybody wanted to have fun.
and
Come
it was
on down.
never about that.
Yeah.
There was this like allure to the license plates.
Yeah.
And it was like there was always this thing. It's like, well, you can't get a broke status Europlate. One, because you're not a member, right? And
Yeah.
then two, like there was something to do with the amount of characters, right?
Yeah.
Where like there was only like you couldn't just get any myeuroplate.com and type in broke status. Like you could get broke stata.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
I forget which one would do it, but they were trying to sell them.
Oh, really?
They had them on their site for a
Oh,
while.
I didn't know
They
that.
did at one point.
And
yeah.
they had them
was a
on
company
on
in
display
Florida.
at Waterfest. And I said, no. Trademark to get
Yeah.
that. They
That
were
was-
cool about it.
Yeah.
Well, one guy, he was really, really obnoxious about it. Like, no, we're going to sell it. You have no right.
Mm-hmm.
And then the owner of the company was there. He goes, just handed me the plate. Said, we're so sorry. Won't happen again.
Yeah.
Like, that's awesome.
Because there was always that thing. It was like,
Yeah.
ooh, like that's like if you saw a broke status Europlate, like you knew like that was like an actual, like that was a broke status dude. It
Yeah.
wasn't like you couldn't just get the plate anywhere where
Right.
any old shithead could get one. You know?
It was earned, if
Yes.
you will.
Or,
Yeah.
yeah.
You can now. I've seen them around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
This was
it's-
then
yeah.
though. You know, like
Yeah.
I only 2 years in owning my car. Like I was trying to get into things. Like I was like, oh wow, that's cool.
I was going to say Corey has a good, it's not even like a fanboy story, but you
No,
have
it is a
good-
fanboy story, 100%.
But
100%. I have no shame in it at all. Alexi, God rest his soul, beautiful human being, called me up one night, says, "Hey, what are you doing?" I'm like, it's like 8:30, dude. Like, I don't know. I'm fucking sitting at home in my underwear. Like, and he's like, "Oh, like you trying to go out?" I'm like, "Nah, not really." And he was like, "Oh, like I'm going to a broke status get together." I'm like, "Yeah, all right, just come pick me up." Like, yeah. And I was like, "Holy shit!" Like, oh my god, like I'm fucking going. Like I'm stoked. I was so excited.
We get someone in the chat, Dartology, that said, I'm from Australia. I remember broke status from the Tex years back. The Silver Vento front Mark III was sick.
Oh, yeah.
That was yours.
You didn't see it in real life. Looked good in pictures.
Thanks, man. That's awesome.
But thank you
though.
very much.
That kind of leads to, I think, a comment that Strobel said, like
Oh, Jesus.
something along the lines of, "Who'd have thought a rusted hood and a roof rack?"
That's Josh.
Okay,
Yeah.
so what's the?
All right, so that silver car, it looked really awesome in pictures, but the hood never lined up, and it was a different color silver. Josh decided, why did you rust that thing?
It was after the bar one night. it was chipped up, and we went to Nate's shop, and we just
Ground it down?
We ground down the front like 2 inches. We're like, that looks really cool. Let's do the whole thing. And then what was that whole rat phase?
I
I forget now. And it was just like, let's rest it.
Well, so my hood just felt like shit. So
Yeah.
I was like, let me ride that hood for H2O. It'll be fun. You know.
Yeah.
Didn't expect any of this, you know.
Right.
My car was just not a nice car in general. So I put it on there with the rest of the car. It looked like ass. And then, it was on the hood for 3 days. The hood was on the car for like 3 days.
Yep.
So I went home, put the silver hood back on, driving back and forth and work, and just watching this thing unfold. I'm like, oh, son of a bitch.
And where did it unfold?
On
the Vortex, right? Yeah.
Vortex, and
It just became.
I
One
was
of
getting
those-
links to like Irish websites and all sorts of stuff with Renault Clios with rusted hoods. Like, oh, I don't understand any of this.
It's making no sense.
That's a bad idea at the bar. It just turned into a global
was,
phenomenon. That's awesome.
I actually still have it. It's in my basement.
Oh, that's awesome.
That's
Oh,
fantastic.
that's
yeah,
super
that's,
cool.
That's a treasure chest type thing. It's
Yeah.
a keep forever.
It's never going to go in a car, but maybe.
Yeah.
Hey man, never say never, right?
That would be pretty cool. A lot of people or a lot of broke stuff did take place on the Vortex. That was pretty integral to.
Yeah, that was before like Facebook groups and all that
Right,
nonsense,
right.
which is
How,
awesome in hindsight.
all I remember is from like talking to Jesse and Lexi, who I hung around with all the time, was just like people constantly were like, dude, how do I get down? Like you guys were inundated with people asking how to be part of the crew, et cetera, right?
Yeah.
And I remember you put it like a video that was like, this is how you're part of the crew. Hang out with everybody. It was some weird
I
fucking
don't know
thing.
anything about
Someone else. It was like this weird animated thing. It was like, this is fucked up.
I have no idea.
But
what
I,
that
no,
is.
I can only imagine how. Like you said, it's a bunch of buddies hanging out,
Yeah.
and then it's like, hey, let me be down. Like, well, we're just a bunch of buddies
That's
hanging
why we
out.
did the year thing. You know,
Yeah.
you still don't think we're
Yeah, you
idiots
keep
in the
hanging
year.
out. You keep coming
Yeah,
back.
if we don't drive you guys out of here in a year, you can be down.
Or at the very least, it weeds out the unlike-minded people. Because
Yeah.
again,
Right. No, for sure.
when it comes down to just,
I mean, 'cause we're a bunch of weirdos, man. There's nothing normal about it.
I mean, it's just tattoos, hardcore music, and beer,
More or
and,
less,
and the
yeah.
occasional car.
Yeah, more or less.
That's
Just sprinkled
kinda-
in there.
And that's why myself and a lot of the gangsta, that's why we all got along so well, because it was the same shit. Like it was the same conversation, just in a different location, whether it would be in our city or yours in Gardner or wherever. Those
Right.
sort of things, it just meshed very, very well. What do you guys do now?
Work and play with our kids.
Yeah, more or less. Yeah.
And the occasional beer and car still thrown in.
Listen to hardcore music from 30 years ago.
Yeah.
What are some of the projects that you have going on right now?
Well,
Can we talk about some? I know some may not.
well, I'm building a Mark III that's been reshelled twice now. It's been building it since, I don't know if I haven't touched it really. 2005 is when I started it.
Okay.
Josh is doing the same thing.
Yep.
Yeah. Just collect them, push them out, collect them.
More or less, yeah.
Rinse the dust off for a little bit.
We need a home for all the, parts that weren't cool 15 years ago that are cool now.
What
What are some other cars you guys have owned over collectively?
A lot.
A lot. Certainly a lot.
Yeah.
There's
Oh,
some
yeah.
some notable ones, I'd imagine. There's some ones that are just
I think
kind of
I
got through the
I had
time.
a Nissan Maxima for a little bit.
That was awful. It was actually really fast. It
It
smoked
was
my
wicked
Corrado.
fast, yeah.
So I was going to say the Corrado. There's some iconic photos of that float around every now and
The
again.
one where it exploded.
Yeah, that be the one.
Yeah.
What was that particular event? Was that a broke down event?
No, that was Primer.
It was a
okay,
primer.
that's what it
I
was.
think it was the last,
The last
Primer?
one, yeah.
Oh wait.
Yeah, something
Oh
like
wait,
that.
yeah. I remember I was there and I was like, it's not good. Yeah.
I wasn't watching it. The thing had, it's a Corrado, so it's going to blow up at some point.
It's like their thing, you know?
It's inevitable.
I was cruising in, just waving to people, talking, hey, this, and the temp gauge creeping up, and the radio said, nah, I'm done, and puked.
Yeah.
Luckily, Tiff and Ian had AAA gold and told me right at the Banchworks, and they squared it away for me.
Yeah.
Those are awesome.
Shout out to Smitty.
What do you ever think there's a possibility for another show?
Maybe.
We talk. Yeah,
We say it every year.
yeah, we talk about it, we should totally do that, but sometime soon.
Right.
We've been
right.
saying that for 5-6 years now.
I was going to say, I know a year or so ago, whenever my wife and I went up to hang out at Wachusett, I can't remember when
that was a good time. We should do that.
It was awesome. Yeah, yeah. We got to do that. There was a vague discussion about that of potential.
It's potential, yeah.
Yeah, but it's I mean
Be a lot more rigid now.
I get it because a lot's changed, and it's unfortunately now it's even worse in some ways. It's probably better in a couple of ways.
It would probably be, invite only just
Yeah.
to be
Right.
super snobby.
Yep, I'm
Just
100% down
if
for
I don't
that.
know that guy, he's going to do a burnout and ruin everything. So
Right.
he's
You
not
have to
enough, yeah.
essentially
Wait, I can't
manage
go.
it.
Just drive the Rubicon.
I was just gonna say you can go. We just won't allow you to bring any cars.
Yeah, that's perfect. I'll ride along.
So what are some of the good stories that you can tell?
Oh,
There's
Jesus.
a couple. For instance, one I think is just my favorite, or just the line and kind of thing around it is I think you and Paul McGrath drove to
There's many,
H2O
Many times, yeah.
from Mass, and my understanding is that one of the first sentences was, "Do you like death metal?"
No, just metal in general.
Just metal. Okay, that's what it
It's
was.
a wide thing.
Okay.
Yeah, he hit me up on Vortex saying, I'm going to be riding with you to Maryland. I just said, I didn't know him at all.
Yep.
Turned out to be one of my best friends. And he said,
Yep.
I just hope you like metal or something to that point.
And again, that's a relationship that forms.
Yeah.
What, 12 years ago, 13 years ago?
I think it was, it's over 10.
Okay. Yeah.
And he does. He likes metal. So.
Yeah.
We got along great.
Shouts to Paul.
That's when we drove, I think we drove the Jetta.
Georgia.
Oh, geez, that was awful.
Yeah.
But this time we drove the Jetta when it was still my wife's car down.
Okay.
Oh.
Matter of fact, I'm glad you mentioned that. The Mark IV Jetta.
Yeah.
You went to great lengths to make that as low as possible, yet
Oh, Jesus, yeah.
extremely drivable.
Yeah, I just wanted to beat the hell out of the thing.
I drove it in Maryland.
You did, yeah. 'Cause
I
was
did drive it
really
in
drunk.
Maryland, and I was just like, how the fuck does this thing drive so good?
I did a lot, yeah. It was-
And can you walk us through some of that stuff?
I don't even remember. Notched on both sides for axles. The motor was raised, 2 inches or so. R32 control arms, knuckles, tie rods, raised subframe. I'm not going to remember all this.
I mean, that's already great length.
I was just
Yeah.
going to say, but it went to more than usual lengths too.
Yeah.
Because that was part of a thing too with you guys, right? Like, you
Well,
know,
because I was
everybody
always
said
out-
lower it, right?
I
That
was
was
trying to outdo him.
Yeah.
okay. So there was a bit of a friendly competition, if you will.
I just didn't go through the lengths. I just kept smashing stuff.
Can't replace some
All
parts.
right, he had a B4 Passat, and I don't even remember what car I was driving, but it was a fairly low car, and he had to outdo me. He was on stock suspension, and he cut the springs. He just cut and cut and cut and cut to the point where it's a pigtail.
It was just rode like hell, but it was low.
Low as hell as well. That's awesome, dude.
So I have another question or something I'd like to know the story behind. There's another, again, there's a few with you guys.
Are you the burnout?
Yes.
Yes.
The white Mark V, right? It was Mark V,
I
right?
looked
Yeah.
it on YouTube the other day. I couldn't find it.
The white Mark V
God damn it, YouTube.
from a show on the East Coast. I can't remember what show.
That was,
DTM?
It was one of the
Yeah.
DTM.
Okay.
It wasn't really shows. it was a-
DTM.
Get together. Yeah.
Get
Bring your own
together, if you
beer.
will. They had a burnout pit.
It was awful. It's the most rough concrete I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah, it was.
That could that have factored into the result?
I have no idea.
Because
honestly.
Josh, please explain what happened.
I don't really know. I heard a bang and all of a sudden
Hold
there
on,
was
hold
a
on.
fire.
You heard a bang mid burnout.
Yeah. Yeah. Mid burnout, we jumped out and stuff
more
was
than
on.
more than some fire. That was a fireball. That was huge.
I didn't see the fireball in the car.
It went right by your window.
If anybody, again, if you were on the Vortex around this time frame, you know the photo because
It was
went around
actually
everywhere.
on.
It was in PVW.
Yeah, it was on the Motor Trend homepage.
Was it really?
and then MythBusters did a thing on it.
What the hell?
Yeah, and they said it's not possible. Like I saw it happen.
No, it's not possible to do a burnout and blow up,
Yeah, well, we
exploderize
did-
something, catch
It
a
was
car
a
on fire.
fire. Yeah, start a fire.
There's no,
supposedly.
we had no idea what happened.
You already have that baby filled with hydrogen?
Yeah.
He drove it home.
Oh, right. From
Yeah.
just switch tires and that was that.
No, I drove it on those tires.
Oh, wait.
Yeah.
So that tire didn't blow?
Oh, I thought
No.
the tire exploded.
No, no.
Oh,
it
yeah,
didn't.
yeah.
No, so
No.
I think the explosion was just.
The rest of the car?
The remaining
So
vehicle.
here's my theory: is I may not have tightened the downpipe all the way.
Better
15
for
years
exhaust
later, we
sound.
find out the truth.
Maybe some fuel was mixed in there, and
Okay, and said
Yeah.
combustion took place.
That's what I think happened.
That was the first two-step.
Yeah. Well,
Yeah, seriously.
That was
So what are some more stories? I remember, and again, this isn't about me, but all these stories took place because of you guys. The Park Place.
oh Jesus! Christ.
What was that? What was the name of that?
The most awful bar on the planet.
That was the first time.
Charles Park Place.
They would
that-
just let us get away with what we wanted to do.
That was the first broke status experience I had directly, if you will, because
Was that-
indirectly, I think at the time I roughly knew Toby, and a few others, and it was broke down time. So I know
Oh,
you
so
guys
one of
had
the
a
pre-parties.
it was a pre-party at Charles's Park Place.
So when he was towing the dunk
Yeah.
tank with his Mark V, which one of the best pictures ever?
The alcohol that was consumed that night was extremely great. I met
Yeah.
one of my good friends, one who I ended up years later traveling the world with, and Holden Moore, who hilariously the
Shout
first
to
time I
Holden.
meet him, he's wearing like basketball shorts and he had no shirt on,
Yeah, of course.
Yeah.
which apparently is a thing
That's. I don't know if he still does that.
at work all the
Yeah,
time.
right around the Aston
yeah,
dealership.
yeah, when he's trying to sell cars, he just gets shirts and
this'll
skins.
do it.
Yeah, that's it.
There's videos of him and Kyle running around H2O in pretty much just their underwear, for, like hours
With
on
a
end.
mannequin.
Yeah, well, I forgot about the mannequin. Yeah.
You guys have done things like, let's see, at Dust Off there was the castle.
That was
Yep.
awesome.
You built
Oh,
a
that was
castle.
Castle was
amazing.
sick.
Pretty awesome. Yeah.
Castle was cool.
That was fun.
I mean, needless to say, you've done a lot of memorable things in the
Yeah, we had a lot of fun.
yeah, and it's clear, it shows, and that's why I think everybody was so attracted to you guys and so attracted to it. Was again, like Corey said, the lure of it. It was just like,
Doesn't make any sense.
fuck, you're just everybody having fun.
Mhm.
And that shows. What are some not so good stories? Is there anything that
Not really.
really like the shows just were tough, right?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
they were tough, but they were
Yeah.
at the end. It was
All
Well,
worth it.
holy shit, that's over. Thank God. It was fun.
What are some of the cooler things you guys got to do because of the club? Is there anything that
We never
stands
really
out?
exploited it for.
Yeah.
Or but did it lead you like
Just fun.
from people wise, just knowing?
Just some
Just-
pretty serious friendships.
Yeah.
That we still have.
I was gonna say lifelong.
Yeah,
Yeah.
for sure.
It seems like everybody that throws shows, 'cause you did too, Josh.
Yeah, it was that.
It
same,
just gets to the end. It's just like, yeah, this just isn't worth it anymore.
It was right. It just became too
God bless
too much
Tom
work
and Blake.
for
I mean, I don't,
Oh,
Yeah.
they're machines.
they really are.
yeah, because it not that I don't like work. I work all the time, but like for that one thing, it just becomes too much.
Because there used to be so many fun events to go to like that, and
Right,
then it just
right.
kind of it seemed like all at once it all went away. It wasn't like that, but you look back on it, that's how it seems, you know.
I think
Because you guys did Dubs in the Sand twice, 3 times,
2 or 3 times.
which was an awesome.
think it
show,
might have just been-
but it was the same thing, right? It just got
I honestly can't even remember if it was 2 or 3. I know it was at least 2, but that was the deal. It just
too much.
became too big, and then same thing. We were going to have a police detail the next year, and it's like, oh wow, yeah, we made like $2,000,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
we have that, but now we have to plan on spending all that, and now we have to hope it's a good day and hope that there's this many cars that show up just so we can cover the detail, and then anything else.
Yeah. We actually had to postpone one because of a hurricane.
Right.
Oh right, because you guys
Yeah,
pushed
I
it back.
forgot
It was in
about
that.
October.
And then that was after that was the last one.
Yeah. That was, actually, that was a really good
Yeah.
show in October.
That was it was awesome. That was because we had at the Boulder, we had
The Boulder was way cooler.
oh, it was super cool. We had DeHate came up.
Yep.
From Florida, and he
I think Bynum was there too.
was he?
He just bought that.
Yeah, he
He
stopped
bought a
through.
6-speed D2 S8 in Vermont and was driving it back home.
Okay. And but yeah, that year I remember just was
Yeah, that was awesome.
it was super cool, and I liked having it in the fall.
This year, I think, is going to be the year of fall car shows, considering nothing's happened.
I mean, I would like to do
Hopefully.
something privately, if you will,
Little invite.
amongst ourselves, and that whole crew in Connecticut there,
Oh yeah,
the,
totally.
the real Get Low boys.
Yeah,
That'd be
definitely.
fun.
down with
That would be super cool. So what's next? Just kind of continue
that. I don't know.
life.
Yeah, just go with the flow at this point.
Yeah. Is there a standout memory, Jet? I know you said the people before, but is there something like still that's like, holy shit, we did that?
Yeah, driving to Georgia. We're going to Solo, and I was going to ride with TGR, and he told me like 2 days later that he can't go because he was having back issues. So all of a sudden I had to drive the Jetta down, which is all of a half inch from the ground.
Yep.
And Josh is driving his 20th down. So we drove, 2 days straight, partied for 10 hours, 14 hours, and then just hightailed it back.
That was a terrible drive.
It was awful.
It was a terrible drive. I did it once. It's not for me.
I remember at one point in the Carolinas, I'm driving.
You just
Pretty
spaced out.
Pretty sure Paul's in the car. And I'm just driving like this, just not even watching the road for who knows how long.
Yeah.
It was awful. And I hit a bridge abutment so hard, set a crash fault in my airbag module. Popped the airbag cover off. My nav's gone, and Paul is just dead silent for about a half hour. He thought he was dead.
Oh man.
Oh.
So we can get into some questions that some people have to include us and you guys in particular.
Perfect.
I'm going to try to skip around some that may not be approved, if you will.
Yeah.
'Cause we had some friends of ours who we were having conversations with throughout the day that guided me on some stuff. So let me see.
Wonderful. Can't wait.
Some
let's
iffy
see.
questions in there, you know?
Let's see. Where is it? Isgro just wrote Wachusett blueberry beer.
Broke's ass wouldn't exist without it.
In my understanding, it was somehow in the growlers were in most of the PVW related photos.
Yeah, we try to sneak them in wherever.
Everywhere.
Everywhere, yeah.
That's awesome.
And I don't think any of us drink it anymore.
No, it gives me heartburn.
Yeah.
I'm on. The closer I get to 40, the more the heartburn it takes over.
Yeah, blueberry stuff does not go well.
That beer is fantastic. Put a shot of vanilla vodka in there.
Oh, yeah.
Jesus.
Horrible idea, but it's fantastic.
Hold on. There's one thing in particular. Where the hell is it? Let me find this. The nut tap, the ball tap.
Awful.
Please elaborate on said ball tap.
So if you were a male and you were inducted into the club, you just got whack.
That was the
Initiation. If you
Yeah.
I think Bean called it the worst.
Yeah.
I mean, the fact that you remember who, that's
it was
clear
like-
it was a rough one.
It was like 25 in a night. Like he couldn't stand up.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Well, because when we brought him in, everybody was. I think it was at my house. I think everybody was already completely annihilated. I think
Yeah.
like 2 kegs down. And
It was probably on Memorial Day or something.
I was going to say,
Yeah.
shit, that's
It's-
another memory that I have, just your Memorial Day parties at the house.
those are brutal.
Yeah. So that was how, were they suspecting of it? Did they know
Oh no, you're fully aware.
that it's coming?
Yeah, it's sneak attack. You know?
Yeah.
Right. You just,
Just
right.
didn't know when it was coming.
Boys.
Right. It's like going in the ring with Tyson. You know it's
You know
going to
it's
happen.
coming. It's not when.
I remember Anna said Anna was witnessing being be brutalized for an entire night, and she goes, "What happened to the girl?" And we just kind of shrugged. No answer.
I don't know,
We're not going to do that.
Yeah, it's
Tell
way.
you what's not going to happen.
Uh,
Wear a cup, boys.
let's
Kyle
see.
actually wore a cup.
Yeah.
Kyle would wear a cup to Thursday nights.
Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant.
It's fucking forethought.
Hi to Jimmy.
Let me bring up these other questions now.
One of my
I knew that guy was brilliant.
Well, Josh is bringing that up. One of my favorite memories is the Broke Staff T-shirts.
Oh, I just wore mine mowing the lawn the other day.
So this is actually a funny picture that was sent to me a few weeks ago, and it's a picture of Smitty.
Oh, Schmitty.
He's doing some sort of strange pose, and I'm oddly, awkwardly standing in the background. This was at the last broke down show.
Yeah.
And I was like, man, like that shirt's so fucking cool.
Like you can
never
have
got
mine if
one.
you want it.
Yeah.
Initially, we did them. We made them ourselves the first year.
Spray
First
paint.
couple
Yeah.
years. Yeah.
Spray paint and a stencil.
Oh, yeah.
It's the best way to do it.
Yeah, it's free.
Authentic.
The logo, the
Yeah.
or the pig in particular.
That was Frank.
Frank, yeah.
How did that? What
Frank
was?
did everything.
Was there a not meaning behind it, but did it?
I think
The piggy bank.
Frank said, "This, I like this," and I said, "Hell yeah, that's awesome. Do it."
And that was it.
Yeah, it's kind of. It's and now it's tattooed on like at least 30 people.
Is it really?
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, that's super cool. Let's see. We'll get into some questions now. So you guys feel free to chime into all these. Tyler, say what? What is the best
Tyler, say
automotive
what?
smell? Race fuel, leather, etc.
Mark IV crayon.
That's pretty hard to beat.
Yeah.
Volvo leather.
Volvo leather.
that's
Yeah, we
good.
recently experienced.
The
yes.
VU, yeah.
It is exceptional. However, we have a dyno shop next door who seems to strictly do monster, like fast vehicles, and you can smell that race fuel
Yeah,
burning.
race fuel.
Race
is
fuel
too
sucks.
sweet,
it
man.
smells
Race fuel
so
is something
good.
special.
Yeah.
Let's see. Tyler, say what? Chrome or polish?
I'll say what?
I'm polish.
Polish.
Brushed.
I don't know. Chrome is enticing me because it's very
Pause.
easy.
What's that term? Chrome gets you home?
Doesn't get you home?
I don't
Yeah,
know.
Chrome doesn't get you home.
Chrome
Yeah,
doesn't get you
it
home?
is very easy.
Yeah.
Brush gets you crushed.
After having daily polished lips for
Oh yeah,
I'm done.
having
Yeah.
a set of polished. I don't know anything that's even remotely mesh. Not
Oh
fun.
God, no.
TD's just writes,
TD's.
"Are you guys still broke?"
Very much.
yeah.
KH Baller 12 writes,
Baller.
"How broke do I have to be to join the club?"
Just gonna hang out for a year. 10 years ago.
Yeah.
Except we don't hang out anymore, so good luck with that.
Did the Boulder close with all their lack of business?
No, actually, no. We did give him a lot of money. We're actually talking about as soon as this whole thing is over, we're gonna
A good reason to get together.
we're
Yeah.
gonna
A reunion.
Yeah, that's a
we're gonna
very
bomb
good
that
idea.
place.
Because you still literally have people all over the world, right? I mean,
Well,
obviously not everybody could go to one little thing, but
Yeah, give or take.
yeah.
If you don't make it, you're out. That's what the guys are trying to say.
Let's see.
We're going there tonight, by the way.
And it's tonight.
Dartology.
Dartology.
Not a question, but a thank you for all the podcasts and laughs. Bunch of champions. Hey, you're welcome.
Oh, thanks,
It's-
buddy.
It's easy for us to show up and just talk a bunch of shit.
You know how you say like it's weird that people like all over the world. It's still strange that like
Anyone listens to us at all.
anyone at all. Anyone. This isn't just the three of us sitting and talking to each other in a room. Just happens to be a microphone.
Yeah,
Like,
I
very
mean,
weird.
Realistically, at this point, even if there weren't microphones, we'd still be here every Wednesday.
Oh, yeah.
So, Jackhammer writes,
Jackhammer.
will there ever
Yes,
be a
that's
broke
awesome.
down reunion show?
No. Broke Down's dead. Might
Yeah.
be in a different name and invite only, and you will be invited.
Perfect.
Jack Hammer invited?
Yeah, hell yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Dangerous invite.
He's
Last time I hung out with the guy, messed my shoulder all up.
Oh, is that the
right.
snowboarding incident?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
know, shouts
yeah.
to Jack Hammer. He's the best.
Yeah.
He saw me fall and didn't laugh super hard.
He
He thought it was a trick. It was.
It was a
It
rollover
was
play
an end of
dead.
the season trick.
Ground and pound. That's what it was. McGrath Paul.
Oh, jeez.
Full McGrath.
He just writes, how do I join Club Broke Status?
Ask Holden.
How many DMs would you guys get on like Vortex and stuff? Just like
I shut him off.
just
Yeah.
endless,
Oh, yeah.
endless. Yeah.
Because that's what I was kind of alluding to before. And Chuck said it just like becomes a nuisance. Not to like it just
Yeah, try to be polite. to
and try to
everybody, you know?
explain something that takes a pretty
Yeah, he just
lengthy.
kept
It's
saying
just difficult to.
It was at one point I was just like, you gotta hang out, man.
Right.
gotta hang out.
That's it.
Just
Right.
like,
Try to
you just gotta hang
simplify
out.
it. Here's the answer. Yeah. Terminally later.
Later.
Terminate later.
Shouts to Strobel. He wrote earlier, who would have thought a rusted hood and a roof rack, as we discussed.
True.
His
Coupe was one of the best coupes ever built, by
Yeah.
the way.
the man, I love Strobel. He's just he's just doing such cool shit. He's such a knowledgeable dude, and I enjoy watching his stories and seeing all the shit that he's building, and because he covers all ranges, from obviously the cars and stuff that we're into, but he's building a rad truck. He's building cool motorcycles. Like
He needs to build another Mark II is what he needs to do.
I know. Matter of fact, another buddy of mine, CJ, was asking about some Volkswagen stuff today. I was like, "What do you mean? Why are you doing that?" I like to hear it. Damon.Wayans. Not that one, but do you guys think with the release of the Turbo Mazda 3 we'll get a speed version? Probably. They'll need something
Probably,
else
yeah.
to.
Yeah, why not?
Yeah, they'll charge more for something else.
Hey, maybe it'd be great. They Mazda could put out a nice product.
Yeah, I mean they just did the turbo. It's got 250 horsepower with the all-wheel drive.
They throw a little speed in there. It could be 300 horsepower.
Can you get that
Yeah,
in a
Focus
manual?
contender.
With the man.
I don't know. But I know like
hope
Mazda's got
so.
like a big like in that Speed 3 Mazda 3 like genre. They got a big following. There's a lot of people who love those cars.
There's
Yeah,
a lot out
big Mazda
by-
fans.
by
Isn't
what
there
we
supposed to be an event tonight from them?
I think it was last night.
I think
Was it
that's
last
us.
night?
Yeah, it was
Because we were
I don't
discussing the potential RX.
I think Drive. If you go on like Drive's Instagram, they were there for the whole thing.
How was it?
Okay.
Oh, that's
Look
what we
what-
talked about last time, and we were like, "This is gonna be super cool. It's gonna be an RX-8, RX-9." And
Yeah.
it's like,
Oh no,
No,
I was
sorry.
talking about like when the RX-7s drive through.
oh, Seven's Day?
Oh,
Yeah.
Seven's
Seven's Day was yesterday.
That was yesterday.
Yeah, that's super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Seven's Day, basically,
Mark,
if you have an
Steve
FD, you
posted
drive
it.
through
Mark
New York
sent a
City.
picture.
Yeah. I mean, it looks like you get great pictures out of it, but it looks like it's a fucking nightmare.
I can't imagine it to be very organized.
There's some serious contenders at that thing as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There's an
Yeah.
I
Very
seen a video
serious.
of an Evo. Yeah, some cool looking stuff. Let's see.
A Drive even kind of. It's funny they posted a few pictures of some cars, and it's like, yeah, it's a picture of a totally legal Nissan Impala, and it was like an R34, and it was like another car that was like an S15. They're like, yeah,
Yeah.
totally
Perfectly
USA
fine.
legal. like-
Beautiful two-door Maxima
Yeah.
from the late 90s.
Yeah. Let's see. RYXNN. Rickson?
Sure.
Rickson. Any other car meme Instagram accounts similar to Formula Derp?
I
No.
don't even know who that is.
I looked at Formula Derp today. It's quite funny.
Is it really?
Quite
Quite
funny?
good. Yeah,
Okay.
it's quite good. Worth a follow.
I'm
if
a
you wanna
big Barry's
chuckle.
banter bus guy, but it's not car memes. It's
Yeah,
just the
just
greatest
stuff.
memes.
Let's see.
Shout out to Rich Photo Man.
Big shouts to Rich. You're not getting in, though.
Yeah, you locked out.
Dexter VW.
Dexter VW.
He just writes again something we were alluding to earlier. How many people, and he puts in parentheses, including myself, asked to join because they were broke, which we kind of covered.
everyone.
I think
Like,
everyone's
oh,
broke. Yeah, I don't think
just
anyone really
became
had
a-
any money, right? It's not like
Fock and Steve.
Fucking Steve.
Oh fuck.
He just writes chocolate strawberry stance shake.
All right. I work with him, and he builds pretty awesome cars. He
Yeah.
had,
Yeah, that E36, which was pretty cool.
yeah,
Yeah.
that's
That
gone.
M3?
We had an S10 that was really low on brown RFs.
Yeah.
My Jetta was on the maroon RFs.
Get in the mic for me.
My Jetta was on the maroon RFs.
Yeah.
And he put up that hashtag and it just blew my mind. It was the funniest thing I ever heard in my life.
He's an ideas man, that
Yeah.
fucking
Well,
Steve.
his whole crew gives me faith in the younger generation. Like,
yeah,
Yeah.
he's a
building
good. He's good people.
They're
Yeah,
building
yeah.
some serious cars and they're having a lot of fun with it.
Yeah,
Yeah, he's good people. He
Him
comes
and
down.
him and his mullet wig.
Oh, man.
The mullet wig,
that was
the Viper
beautiful.
glasses. Yeah,
Right,
hey, he's quite the character. I
He
appreciate
is,
him.
He is. Shouts to fucking Steve. Jeremiah
Jeremiah
just
Sal.
writes, thank you guys for keeping us sane through all of this. Just wanted to say what's up.
All of what?
So cheers, man.
What's up, man?
Uh,
It's got an awesome all track, by the way.
Yep.
just_bus.
Just Bus.
What's the shittiest car you've ever owned?
Oh, the Corrado?
I've never owned a shitty car.
Probably the Corrado. I loved it, but it hated me.
It hated
Oh,
you.
it was awful.
So the stigma's real.
Oh, well, for me on that car, yes.
Okay.
I mean, every time I drove that car, it cost me $300.
It was an expensive Corrado.
Yeah. That's why it's gone.
Yeah. I don't know, Josh. You're thinking over
I'm
there.
trying to think. I mean,
Maybe the Eurovan.
It-
Josh had the
Me?
Eurovan I sold to you.
No, that thing was awesome. No.
Except when you.
I had a 92 Cadillac DeVille that was pretty shitty.
Really? It was shitty?
yeah, because it kept breaking. I just didn't have the money to fix it.
Yeah.
when did you have that? How old?
That was back in 2001.
Okay.
Yeah, so that was probably 20
Yeah.
in 1920.
I think my shittiest one would be the SRT4 Neon.
Never say that.
had
That's the
SR
thing. It's difficult to say
I
because
didn't even know you had one of those.
yeah, it was very quick. Well, I'm sorry. The car itself was what it was, but I had it for a very short period of time. Nothing went wrong with it. I just traded in for a fucking Dodge Ram 1500
There she is.
with,
Yeah.
with a Hemi, and then traded that in for the GTI. I bought the GTI brand new after that, or Mark IV. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, maybe all my cars I think were pretty cool in a way because like the Eclipse, that's obviously 4G63.
Yeah, that's
Can't go
the
wrong with that.
all.
Then it was the Mark II, and then Mark III, and then I think it was the Neon. Then I think it was the truck, then the Mark IV, and it's been like Volkswagen or Audi ever since until the BMW.
I made my Subaru shitty. And it became the shittiest car I've ever owned.
Yeah.
It was probably great before I started fucking around with it.
We can't tell at all that hate runs
Had
deep.
it a Zuzu Rodeo before that. The thing was the king.
I had 2 or 3 Isuzu Troopers. That
The Trooper, the tall boy.
I loved them.
Hell yeah.
The best part about that car is the radio is outside of the car.
Nothing like that, man.
Let's see. Benchworks just writes, ready for a rally night here soon? Question mark. Sure.
Yep.
Well, yeah, is that open to all listeners?
everybody to show up. Diesel Dave 359.
Somebody runs the Benchworks account.
Yes, I think it's Downey.
Shouts to Downey.
Shout out to Sam Zero for the new rubber.
Diesel
They
Dave.
have your magazines and stickers in their waiting/showroom. Shouts to Sam
Awesome.
Zero.
Big
And
shouts.
Sam in general.
Absolute magician.
Yeah. It's just a great dude. Him,
That's awesome.
his wife, everybody over there. It's just awesome stuff. Diesel Dave also writes, Revival Motoring, New England Dragway Street Night Meet? Question mark.
Oh, my God.
A run with your brun type thing.
Yeah, that'd be an axle replacement night for me.
I was just gonna say, yeah, that's expensive, just because everything's gonna break. Dog Pizza just writes, fill in the blank. Epstein didn't kill himself, of course.
Thanks, Dog Pizza.
Yeah,
That's your weekly reminder.
yeah. We'll see how that goes for the other one that already has COVID now too. S14 OCP.
That's 14 OCP.
Oh Jesus, I'm not gonna read that.
Hard pass.
Hard pass.
Yeah,
Thanks, buddy.
We'll skip that one for now. Sorry, buddy. My GTI _MA.
Joe Booth.
Will we ever get another broke down show? We know the answer to that.
Nope.
KR Belch, favorite car show adult beverage. That's a good
Care Belch.
Whatever
Good
beer I
question.
can drink all day.
beer I can drink all day. There was a show in Connecticut where they had it was staggered. By the way, shouts to
That
those
was a
guys.
show.
Yeah.
Oh, is that show? They don't do that anymore, do they?
Same thing, buddy.
Yeah,
Fuck this.
You know from experience.
That was a good show.
It was,
Yeah,
it was
great
wonderful.
show. Shout out to
So
the Staggered Boys. Hopefully, we'll see them soon.
at one point at a
Wink.
golf course, they sold Long Island iced teas.
I was there.
Oh
was
my
there.
God, I remember
My
that.
my keys were taken away from me.
I was there when your keys got taken.
Yeah, that's I had to didn't plan on staying in a hotel, but I got myself a hotel room. Went to a Kid Cudi show and woke up the next morning at like
Sounds sick.
Honestly,
Honestly,
at like
the
4
Kid
in the
Cudi
morning.
show.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
Lost my glasses.
that's
Woke up
problematic.
Woke up the next morning at like 4 a.m. to just get up, shower, or actually shower quickly, but put the same disgusting, dirty, smelly, beer-riddled clothes on and drive immediately to work
That's awful.
from Connecticut.
Beautiful.
It was rough go. It's a rough go. Yeah, oh my God, I couldn't even. My body couldn't handle that anymore. Like I
You've got
physically, I
this.
would just die. Let's see. Where did I leave off? BJ McCradle.
BJ McCradle.
Cars you would love to own, but are shocked how well they've held their value. Fiat 500 Abarth, for instance.
Really? Those things were like
I didn't know that would-
$1,500.
I mean, they were
Maybe
my brother
a
was
Barth?
stalking those things for under $5,000.
Yeah, all day long. A car I would love to own, but it's not that it's retained its value. It's that it started to inflate again. It's the S2000. I would love one,
I could see
but
that.
it's just they've started to inflate.
Yeah, I'm Acura NSX all day. I remember they were down to like 15 grand,
And now
and I
they're
didn't pull
like
the trigger.
50,
Like 20.
60.
No, yeah, no, it's never gonna
Yeah.
happen. Well, it might happen, but I'm gonna really hurt from buying one.
Dodge Viper. There you go. There's your in.
Vibrant,
This-
yeah,
this
they
is the-
haven't retained value,
This
so
is
that's
the
good.
time to buy.
Especially after that beautiful review Derek had for the 14. Nothing like, I'm sure the 08 was way better.
Yeah. A lot more safety built into that.
Yeah,
one.
beautiful.
Yeah.
Put the ABS in the year after.
Harris Teeter. Shouts
Harris
to
Teeter.
Harris Teeter. Just writes,
What's up?
Derek, will you ever build another Mark III?
I think he answered that earlier.
Yeah, I'm getting
Yeah.
around to it.
Uh,
That guy is awesome, by the way.
oh, yeah,
the
absolutely.
best.
I love talking to him every time I see him. JH_creative.
JH Creative.
We're just going to ask this one anyway, but if you had to kill someone in the studio with your bare hands, who would you choose and why?
Oh, young Ben.
Yeah, 100%.
I love the kid. but
I want
mean,
no fight, zero struggle.
I mean, he'd probably be pretty spry, but he just doesn't have any energy.
He's not
Oh,
here
that's
right
perfect.
now, so it works out.
I can't make that any better.
Yeah.
Harris Teeter, once again, this is to you boys. He just writes, do you guys still crush Wachusett blueberries? We know the answer to that. TDs, last one.
Titties.
Our most inherent, this is a very good question. Our most inherently cool cars known for having more issues than normal cars, i.e. something we talked about earlier, the Ford Focus RS.
I don't think all of them are. Like a B7 S4, those things aren't trouble at all, and those are pretty cool.
That's the worst car.
Or B5 S4. No, I'm just trying to think. There are cool cars that don't have problems, right?
Name one right now.
Cool cars that don't have problems.
I mean, it's Golf R, but does it have big
Yeah,
issues?
Mark 7 Golf R.
Golf
but
R.
doesn't
GTIs
so-
don't generally have a ton of problems.
Well, I mean, if you want to get into the crank walk thing. But
Well, what about like modding stuff too? Because I think that to
If
me,
you
that-
don't
Mark
mod
7
it?
is the easiest car I've ever modded.
But-
Period, flat out.
what about for instance, the GTIs and I assume Golf R? Didn't the manual ones almost need a clutch instantly?
Yeah, I mean, mine's already slipping.
That's true.
Okay.
Older stuff like E36 M3s don't have terrible problems. They're just not very fast.
No, and
Yeah, but they're
the
fun.
Yeah, they're
See,
fun. They don't have tons of problems.
I mean, you can say i.e. problem, but like just do your maintenance in the coolant system, like replace some stuff. But that's not
Pretty much all Mark 7s are going to need a water pump.
Yeah.
Thermostat housing at some point.
any TFSI, FSI, all that stuff needs
It's kind of too early
certain.
to tell.
Okay.
But on the newer ones.
Yeah.
New Supra. They've been out for like a year, right?
Yeah.
What about
Now you can't drive with the windows down though.
Older stuff, cool cars. I mean, look at the JDM stuff.
Yeah, Integra Type R.
And that,
there you go.
Type
I
R.
mean, good luck putting your hands on one, but
right. The
it's definitely
dare I say the 2JZ? I mean,
2J.
short of if you're trying to throw 1,000.
If you don't
horsepower
modify
at-
it,
right?
yeah, then it's not worth having.
They were they were at least built pretty stout.
You have to modify it.
right?
Yeah.
Find me an unmodified one. It's going to
I
be a
would
brand
lo-
trailer for $1 trillion.
I would
Yeah.
love to just drive a totally unmodified one and just be like,
Oh man, this car sucks.
yeah, like what's it like? You know, what's it like? Because the persona of the Supra is just 1 trillion horsepower,
Drag
highway
car.
drag car, roll race thing, and like it'd be interesting to kind of get behind the wheel of a totally stock one and
one.
being like,
Well, again,
this is what it felt like allegedly driving out of a dealership with one that you just
Yeah.
spent however much money
I mean,
it
they
was
were.
when it was new.
I think that they were fast for back in the
certainly
day.
did, yeah.
How much were they new? Do we know?
How much were they?
Looks like Josh is hot on the keyboard.
How much were they
What,
to buy?
Like brand new off the dealer
I
lot.
don't know. What's the new ones are like 60, right?
Yeah. I wonder if
Yeah.
the old ones were just 60.
No, I
They
think
just
they were
stepped-
like 40-ish,
Just
40,
kept the same
50
price.
grand. Remember NSXs, their problem was that they were like $100,000.
Yeah.
They were no joke. I think they were maybe high 80s at first. The new ones, I know, just like there was so much money, it was insane.
Those new ones, I have no interest for those.
I
new
remember the final version of the old NSX with the, that's the price I remember, about 100 grand, like 90 something thousand with
a
the
lot of money.
non pop ups. Yeah, it was for the amount of horsepower. They just didn't have a lot of power. But turns out, like they're probably still worth that
let's
kind of money.
see. Looks like Supra base auto with sport roof was 42K.
Yeah, super turbo.
Supra, give me 1 second.
Twin
Super
turbo.
turbo auto with sport roof is 50 grand.
50. So was auto
Wow.
more expensive than?
That was a lot back then.
Yeah. It doesn't give me a listing right now for a manual with a turbo. Or all-wheel drive. I don't know why that information is important, but
yeah,
Get them T-tops, though.
yeah.
You got to get them T-tops, aka sport roof.
it's a good question because
If you
there's-
don't modify some stuff, it doesn't tend to. I mean, like we were talking the other day about Subarus, unfortunately, and if you just leave a WRX alone, it's probably fine. It's like an Evo. You just leave an Evo alone, it's not going to explode on you.
those had
But nobody doesn't.
those had a particular clutch related issue. I
Oh,
can't remember.
Evos? Oh, never
Yeah,
mind.
from the
Fuck
get.
it, I'm out.
From the get, it was something stupid, something that just it wasn't like
Or the
fuck, it
crank
was
a walk.
something dumb. I can't remember what the hell it was.
I mean, that is what I pulled out of the conversation with Anthony. Was that like, okay, so the Subaru as a standalone, without modifying it and being a good, responsible car owner, you'll be just fine.
Yeah, Dan Downey's got one.
Yeah.
That's just has a tune on it, and it's
Yeah.
he's got
Yeah.
a 200,000 miles. That's
Right,
crazy on it.
The Subaru, yeah, it just comes with the territory with the people who
But is it a cool car?
flock towards them.
No, I didn't say anything about that.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Like a lot of these cool cars are only cool because you can modify them, right? I mean, like an Evo stock is cool, but it's not as cool
Right.
as your 400 wheel horsepower with a downpipe and a chip tune.
That's what I was going to say. With a lot of these cool cars, like you kind of know what you're getting into.
Yeah.
Like you know what to expect, and you kind of roughly at times
Raptor?
have a game plan.
Raptor.
Raptor, you could leave completely as is and
Stock
probably
because it
be
comes
fine.
modified.
Right, and probably be fine.
Yeah.
Unless you start throwing, bigger tires, a tune,
Kevin Carlson
And
says
then
old
jumping off of-
Volvos, tanks and cool now.
Yeah, he's
The
right.
bricks?
Bricks.
Yeah, bricks,
He's right.
baby.
That's cool.
But they're super cool to modify as well.
What about those old Saabs? It was like the 9.3 like turbos.
9.3 Aero.
Those things, they can be dumb and fast. Like
Yeah, they
Yeah.
really can. One of Young Ben's friends is a Saab guy.
He's a slob?
He's a
Wait, is that the homeless one with the cake?
No, he's the Ranger now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
he's a
you
Ranger guy now.
Can live in that. I think that is going to do it for us this week.
Thanks, you guys.
Is there
I
anything
appreciate
else?
it coming
Yeah,
in.
No, I think that's it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
thank you for having
seriously,
us.
gentlemen.
Yeah, it was a good time.
You may not realize it or care to even acknowledge it, but you just being yourselves and hanging out with everybody was quite special for quite some time. And there's a lot of people that have seen it and knew what it was. And again, as I said earlier, if you were in that scene around that time frame, you would know what the real broke status was.
still makes no sense.
Still tough to believe.
Yeah.
But no, seriously, thank you for coming to hang out. Oh, and why these boys are here actually kind of plays into the fact that in the magazine we're going to fully cover the broke status story with a bunch of old photos from all the shows, from events at bars. There are probably going to be some people with their shirts off. And I also just took some pictures of Derek's current daily driver wagon here today. That will be included in there as well. And there's the wagon tie-in. So, look forward to putting that together and giving our little revival piece to broke status.
Appreciate it.
So again,
Thank you.
thank you, boys. With that said, I think that's it, gentlemen. Any closing thoughts for the evening?
Just that MR1's little GoFundMe page is still running.
Still going.
So
Yep.
just check
And,
in on that.
Katie Designs.
Katie Designs as well.
I don't think we got to. Did we get?
We
to talk
didn't
about
get
that
to.
last
I kind of was going to touch on it maybe next week, depending
Okay.
on what was going on.
week? Yeah.
But yeah, just checking on those and like, comment, subscribe.
Like, comment, subscribe,
Review.
subscribe to our YouTube, and actually, I won't see you next week. The boys will see you next week. I'll be on vacation.
Oh,
Who's running the
man.
board?
You guys, that's all on you.
Charlie Justice on the
John,
board.
John will be here.
Boards on boards.
So
Young Ben in the
you
main
guys
room.
you guys can sort that out
Oh, yeah.
and play
Nah, we
amongst
gotta get a
yourselves.
guest.